That sounds fine given the size of
Yeah.
the library. Like, it's 1 stone forge to 3
So
equipment in a 98 card library.
yeah, I don't know. I think we should just find 3 good creatures to add most likely, or should we be playing Magus of the Moon? I get there's already a Blood Moon in my
Oh,
deck.
you know what we should add is Mabel, right?
I don't know what this card is, but I'll look it up.
Yeah, well, because these events are pre-Bloomburrow, so Bloomburrow is a good place to look.
Mabel, 1 white red 3/3. Other mice you control get +1/+1. Probably not real text, but it creates an equipment that has
A
equip 2.
legendary equipment.
Okay, is that
So
good?
it's like
Like
2 triggers for Yoshimaru, right? Is it not? It's not once per turn, right? So,
right. Okay, I guess we
and the
can play
equipment gives
Mabel.
trample and vigilance. Like, those seem pretty valuable.
All right, we have to add 2 more cards.
Yeah, let me just Scryfall like the red white legends
Right.
in the new set, right? Like,
Oh, is Chainsaw on MTGO? No, it's not. I think that's like a fake. Well, no, fake is the wrong
that's
word. I
not a
guess.
card. It's not out yet. It's just not a card
Oh,
that
I
exists
see.
yet.
That's Dusk Mantle. Right, right.
Um, hmm. The only other one, there's actually not. There's only 3 legends. So there's Beza, the Bounding Spring, but I'm not
Oh
sure
yeah.
that's good in this deck.
It sounds bad to me because I feel like we're going to be ahead on board a lot of the
We're trying to
times,
be ahead on all of those things.
except for cards in hand, I guess, right? Because you've just cast all your stuff. But it sounds bad to me.
Yeah. All right, then let's take off the legendary thing. I mean, there must be like.
Yeah, I'm looking to Boros cards. Lightning Helix, probably not good enough.
It's not like the worst.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, if you expect a lot of aggro mirrors, Lightning Helix does sound somewhat appealing, right?
Yeah.
Oliphant, probably not good enough. I don't want to spend time cycling for lands,
We
I think.
we don't want like a colorless legendary land, right? We're not like desperate for that. That sounds bad.
Colorless Legendary Land. What are you thinking? Like Mirror in
Well,
the
it's
Moaning
called
Wall?
it's no, yeah. I guess there's a bunch we don't play. Yeah, okay. We only want the ones that make sense.
I can name all of them. It's like Mirror in the Moaning Well, Miko Koro, Center of the Sea. There was like a weird Kamigawa mono red block deck that was basically a burn deck because all of the best decks were like slow grindy decks, so it had Buseiju and like sudden impacts, and you would
Yeah,
just
I mean
Miko Koro.
the card I'm suggesting is worse than Nykthos. It's a new card. Tree.
Oh, it's the
Yeah, 3 Tree City. Yeah.
yeah. I opened that in a draft and I looked at it and I'm just like, is this what is this for? And I'm like, oh, it's probably just for casual decks or whatever, right? Oh, it is a
Yeah.
legendary land. It doesn't seem very good.
No, it's worse than Nykthos, which this deck doesn't even play, and I don't think it should play.
Nykthos is a hard sell and not a monocolor deck in this format, I feel like.
Yeah.
Wait, why is it oh, it put it in the vintage category. I'm gonna move that to the other category. Alright. I guess I can delete the other one. And I did import a Slimefoot Squee deck just because I think like by default it's a good deck. Like,
Got it. Yeah.
oh, this reanimate's fucking hideous. Although I guess you have one for your cube because it has the stamp, right?
No, it's in my commander deck, not
Oh,
my
it's in your
cube.
commander kit. I see, I see. I remember last time Duel Commander was actually up on MTGO, some of the black decks just didn't play Tainted Pact, and I checked the ban list to see if it was banned, and it wasn't. And people just didn't play Tainted Pact, which is basically Demonic Tutor.
Yeah, unless you're a deck like this with Blood Moon. But yeah.
Right. I meant like I was like
Yeah.
Sultai
Yeah.
Tassiger back in those days, and
Yeah.
the stock Sultai Tassiger deck didn't have Tainted Pact. And I was talking about it with Ari. I'm just like, pretty sure you should just play one in a black, find the card you
Yeah.
need.
I I play Tainted Pact in my black red commander deck, though to be fair, that deck occasionally has access to your opponent's Thassa's Oracle, so it also allows you to like play games where you can
I see,
assemble.
I see. Oh yeah, this reminds me
But
of what was like the nonsense arena deck where you couldn't actually like exile your deck fast enough so you would rope out. even though it had Tainted Pact and Thassa's Oracle. It was very
That
funny.
yeah, it was just that deck. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I think I might just put a Lightning Helix in as a placeholder, although it's not
Yeah.
insane
Oh, is
necessary.
Philia in this deck? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Philia's in. Wonder what's another good card we can add. It is very jarring to see Pyroglyph by itself. Although, I guess it's just like a good card.
Yeah, good cube card. I mean, I don't want to mess with the curve too much, but are we not supposed to just play like Caves of Chaos Adventurer?
Yeah, that seems fine to me.
Yeah.
Goodwood. All of the Monarch slash
Is
well,
Palashaler banned?
oh, I was about to ask that. Yeah, is Palashore banned? If it's not, why are we not playing it? Although I guess it is like kind of like swinging in
Oh,
these mirrors.
like your opponent plays a card that says you become the monarch back, and they get their guy back. Like
Yeah.
maybe it's just not that good in this format.
There's no ephemerate in this deck, and it also doesn't seem that good. Oh my god, this deck has main deck with Romantic Barrage?
Yeah, I
Holy
noticed many of the decks in this format do.
wow, that's just a sign of how warped the format is, I think. I mean, also, we have a main deck Sanctifier, in fact. That's, like, not
Yeah,
very usual, but probably fine to do. Like,
I'm surprised, or maybe it's banned. That would be weird. Duel. Times fully banned. Yeah, I guess it's just not a card that stood the test of time. But Umezo Jite is not in this deck, which is like also just legendary.
is it banned?
No, I mean you could play it over the Helix or something maybe,
Okay, I'll
but
just play GT.
it's mana intensive for sure.
It is. I was kind of thinking about it. Is there any chance we want to play Fervent Champion? Which is, like, not a great card, but it is very good with equipment.
Um.
Probably not. All of the one drops are just, like,
Oh,
protection-ish.
yeah. No, I don't think that card's good enough. One card I came across in my search really quick is called Sword of the Chosen. I don't know if you know that one.
Is that from Legends?
Originally from Stronghold.
Oh, strong. Oh, I think I've seen this. Maybe. Yeah, that is a card that probably should be played more than it is, but
It's
also.
legendary itself, and it's instant speed, so it's like just the classic like combat's a nightmare thing.
Mhm. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna leave it be. Also,
Is Gut not a legal card? Are we not
probably
supposed to play
is.
Gut?
I do not see why Gut would be banned.
Yeah, I meant like, is it on Magic Online? But it's in the
Oh,
cube,
it
so
is. Yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
mean, we've all like put it in our like. I guess whatever aggro deck that has red, I've played Gut in plenty of times in Cube.
yeah.
All right. I don't know what any of these cards do.
Like
This
we're
man
not
is.
synergistic with Gut, but still like we'll sack one thing for another 4 damage. Like
I mean, like that thing just kills so fast.
wow, I can't believe Granith Magistrate's legal in the format with the types of cards that are banned.
Yeah, Dragon's Magistrate straight from I guess all of our Nadu decks.
I'm kind of surprised that one's still legal in Commander at large. Like
It seems very unpleasant to allow, but
it's super warping. It follows that thing where like somebody plays it, somebody at the table probably has to kill it, somebody else wants to clone it, somebody else wants to reanimate it. It's just like
Mhm. Someone's suggesting Winota. Wonder how. I didn't check the balance of non-humans humans, right? Like that's kind of what dictates how good Winota would be. Sort by. You used to sort by creature type. Did they take it out? I guess they did. There used to be a sort by creature type thing here.
yeah.
Oh god. Oh, okay, that's Orc. Season Dungeon. I don't know. It's probably okay to play Winota, but I didn't actually count whatsoever.
Uh
It's definitely good with Headliner Scarlet, that's for sure. You hit that thing, they probably die on the spot,
funny.
right? Yeah. What is Senu?
Oh yeah, that one I read, and then I checked if it was in our deck because it's good.
Oh, wait.
So
Weird
it can
card.
trigger itself
I
entirely,
see.
right?
Yeah.
Because it's flying vigilance, and then instead of dealing 2 damage to your opponent, you could gain. Or no, you still deal 2 damage, right? Oh no, if it's exiled, you need a second legendary creature.
Well, are you planning? So you mean just activate a pre-combat attack with a different legendary creature? If it's not blocked, then put it into play tapped or attacking.
Put into play attacking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a life linking Scry 2.
All right. I'm down to try Winota. I do not understand this Flare of Fortitude. Like, are we really in a format that's so much about racing that Flare is good?
Yeah, not even
It
racing, but just like this is for sweepers. It doesn't sound, yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't think a deck like this is actually that bad against
I
sweepers
agree.
either.
A lot of your creatures have haste. If they like cast a sweeper and cast fourth arrow ingus, are you bad off? If they cast a sweeper, you cast like Caves of Chaos Adventure, you bad off. Like, I think a lot
Yeah.
of your cards are just so good for sweepers inherently. And we also just looked at decks, and none of the decks actually have sweepers. So I don't know. I'm kind of down to just try this and see what this. What is Galadriel's Dismissal? Is this like actually a card we want to play? I guess this is like Ephemerate.
Doesn't sound great.
Can we just play Ephemerate over this?
I mean, I don't really want to play Gladriel's Dismissal, but Ephemerate is okay, I guess. It's not amazing with a bunch of stuff. Do we have a lot of Flicker stuff, or no?
We have Pyroglyph, Caves of Chaos Adventurer, Seasoned Dungeoneer, White Plume Adventurer, Skyclave Apparition.
I'm wondering if we're supposed to play, like, Containment Priest.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's it's a Falter. I see.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I can buy it. So
We
you
can,
target
yeah.
you target them
it's
and
a
pay
Falter,
4.
it's
Yeah.
an anti-wrath card, it's a protection spell for Yoshimaru that doesn't remove the counters.
Not gonna lie, I didn't realize that was a Falter, but then obviously when someone said it's a
Yeah,
Falter, I'm like, oh,
it's a
okay.
lot of things. I wonder if that should just be in cubes more often.
Probably. I mean,
It's kind of like Parallax Wave, where it just does a lot of things.
I think it's just the issue with saying something should be in a cube nowadays. No one knows the entire card pool anymore because there's like 9,000 cards added like every year or whatever.
Yeah, and then there's
So-
funny things too, where like brewing with Phyrexian Tower in Modern made me think like, well, why isn't this just in Cube? Like, even though I think Phyrexian Tower in normal Vintage Cube is not like going to be amazing in your black decks, I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite good in like white and green decks.
Oh, just like how Gaia's Cradle is actually pretty good in mono white and cube.
Yeah, and like
It's an
I don't know, there
yeah.
occasionally, even in the current Vintage Cube, there's some cards that like would play well with a sack outlet too, and it's just like one of the best sack outlets of all time. You know, just to like if you just wanted to put something in your graveyard and reanimate it again, or things like that.
It's funny, last night I was trying Kellen's Mardu deck that he played against me in the SCG. He still made top 8, but I did beat him twice. Phyrexian Tower plus Flage is not a combo, is what I would say.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I mean, his deck was good, but obviously that was funny to draw an opening hand of Phyrexian Tower and Flage and be like, okay, why has this happened? But there was also only one tower in his deck, so it's like kind of whatever. How about we just go for a few matches with this deck and see how
Yeah.
it feels, and then
see how the Winota plays out.
yeah, I also don't know how long it actually takes to find matches. Although looks like there's a fair number of like trophy people, like 8 trophies. I think
Yeah.
it reset. It reset just a few days ago because of Bloom
On Wednesday.
Tuesday, I think, but same deal.
It's only 60 play points.
Yeah. I think the prizes are a lot less. It's just like more of a
Yeah, they want to get people to play
5 wins.
too.
You can theoretically farm QPs this way. I think it would take a very long time because the player pool is just not that large.
Yeah, it's pretty small at 159.
So I don't know what Pasta Jambon plays.
Yeah, they don't publish any of these
No,
results, do they?
They don't
I was looking for
because
that.
no one care. But a lot of the creator accounts are showing up with trophies, which is not surprising. All right, We found a match
alright.
pretty fast.
Yeah.
Do I have to click on my commanders? No.
No. It's... Huh.
Okay, I'm inclined to mulligan, but I don't know if I should... I don't actually even know how many white sources I have in my deck, but it kind of feels like I should just take them.
Yeah, it just seems too bad. Yeah.
Okay, well, I have a pretty good hand, it looks like. I wonder
Yeah.
what I'm supposed to ship.
Carries us the nuts with Yoshimaru.
It is. So I can play Yoshimaru on one every game, right?
What is our opponent playing?
Tona the Blitzor and Yoshimaru. So what...
Just Naya, our deck, but Naya. Okay.
So they're probably a little bit bigger, so we probably want to, like, try to beat them up. What do you think I bought him in this hand? Is it Senu?
It's either that or Skull Clamp, but I know that's kind of weird. But my thought is just like, is that something we actually... I guess, nah, it's really good. You just don't... Okay, let's bottom Senu.
Yeah. And I'm
You don't clamp
over.
off your creatures. You just put it on your creatures and trade them in combat, and it's probably broken. Yeah.
I assume I'm supposed to just get Plateau here. Also, I found it funny that Wasteland's banned. I'm just like...
Yeah, unless we want to get basic planes, because we could draw Blood Moon. I don't know. And they're Naya.
Oh. I guess it doesn't actually hurt us very, like...
Yeah, our hand looks
yeah,
very fine with the basic planes.
It is, like, kind of goofy to do that, but... Also, our opponent might just play around Blood Moon. What the fuck? I don't know. I guess I can choose where it goes when it, like, dies or whatever.
Yeah.
So, because I've cast this, I'm not allowed to cast this in this format.
The rest of the game. Yep.
Oh, rats.
Well,
okay. I guess I have a crew... Was it, like,
crew
6?
5.
Crew 5.
Ooh. Wait, Den, right?
Oh, yeah. Does this still trigger?
Yep, it's still in play.
I guess I still just cast carries up because...
Yeah, they should... Their deck should be, like, almost entirely creatures.
Exactly,
like,
that's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
We can clamp off the Thalia. Which...
Yeah,
like,
next turn.
Honestly, well...
Not clamping it, but I just mean we can
Yeah.
play our 2/1 next turn in the other order, though.
Did Yoshimaru really make all these lands super expensive? Or maybe just that one? That one's already kind of expensive, I guess. I don't know. I guess I just attack, see what they do, and then play my things, right?
Yeah. What creature types carries have?
Pirate. Human pirate.
Human pirate? Okay. So none of our creatures will play well with Season's Engineer the turn we play it.
What are the creatures types? It's just a dog. Okay.
It's a dog vehicle.
Well, yeah, but... Well, the Ragavan token can never be clamped unless if you can somehow activate clamp as an instant.
Yeah.
Which, I think, what is it? I mean, well, Sigarda's 8 obviously works, but... Damn, this is the biggest vehicle I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to give some of our creatures, like, effective haste later on.
Yeah.
It's not like...
Damn, why none of our creatures have the right type?
Yeah. Alright. Man, Johnny's so good.
I agree, but... So, the problem is if I play Dungeoneer, I think they're very likely to just be able to attack me, right? And, like, I don't really want to flip their Ajani here as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, how bad is it to play the Dungeoneer and
Seiko.
not attack at all?
I think that's fine, actually. I think that's what I want to do. And then we just need to find some, like, board breaker.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm inclined to go through the scry path on the initiative.
It doesn't have red mana right now either.
You're gonna get a plains in case if I draw Blood Moon.
Well, our deck only has 1 mountain, so...
Oh. Okay, I guess I have no options.
That makes sense, yeah.
I can also block with
Sure.
the Yoshimaru, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're flipping a Johnny, because we're not going to let the cat token just hit us. But
No, seems bad, yeah. But without a red permanent, it's far less scary. Whoa.
Whoa. Alright, well, I think they should have sent in their cat token.
I definitely would have attacked
Yeah.
with this at least. Like,
But yeah, you're right. They don't even have a red permanent, so
Yeah.
that's like extra nice.
I could forge, but it seems like Lost Ball is better because we're just in a board where I want to draw. I guess I might just clamp the Thalia though, so that kind of undoes the Lost Ball anyways. Question is, what would I forge onto? Would it be carries?
The Engineer, because it can't be blocked. I would just go like all in.
Okay, sure. Seems
Yeah.
fine.
I think
when they didn't attack, now I'm more inclined to like just try to beat them up. Do I clamp Thalia first or do I attack first? I'd probably clamp Thalia first. Or do I even want to clamp the Thalia? Like,
yeah, we might not want to clamp it.
I could also... Why is it showing me that I can cast this? This is fake, right?
It's fake.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep, okay.
I guess I'll just attack and see what happens.
I think we should attack and see what happens, because it's possible our turn is just land go for many reasons. It lets us leave up threaten both Den and Henge.
This is actually a game where that Folter might be good, I think, as well, if we find it.
Yeah.
Flowering the White Tree.
Let's put that in the graveyard for sure, right? Like,
yeah, it doesn't seem like...
We're looking for things that block more than anything right now.
My intuition is they have like some either red cards or some like instant, like, or some non-creature spell that costs 3, right?
Yeah. So my thought is, if we just play the Henge and pass, we're leaving up the Den block, and even if they hit us, the Dungeoneer is lethal.
Yeah, because of trap. Because you
yeah,
when you hit them,
yeah, it'll be unblockable, and then we trap them. Yeah.
I do not miss initiative. It's just really...
It kills so fast. Yeah.
The mono white deck in Legacy was really good for a long time, until they well I guess we discussed that. You and Daryl played like Naya for a bit, or
yeah, I mean, Once Upon a Time was the only green card, but yeah.
Well, fake green card. Obviously, it's like 0 mana. All right, submit.
Yeah. I think that deck ended up being
worse than stock mono white, I think, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to just remember. It was just kind of interesting playing with it, and it's funny because it was just new to Magic Online, but not like brand new. Well, I assume you should just mulligan.
Yeah,
but...
it's like mildly tempting, but you always have a 1-drop, so it doesn't really matter. Like,
yeah, you're just like it's okay to just be like down a card. Okay, this hand has Plaza, which makes it reasonable. So we can't cast the Bombardiers, which is...
Well, you can, right? Like, if you play Goot, then you can play the...
Okay.
But the question is, what is your actual plan this game? Winota actually looks kind of okay here. Maybe I should
we bottom it because we have a different 4. We're also on the draw with kind of a sketchy hand. Maybe the Dungeoneer is just not going to be good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, we're not curving out perfectly.
So we can play Yoshimaru in 1, which is going to happen. Then this does trigger Winota. This also triggers... I think I'm going to just bottom the Dungeoneer for science.
Yeah, I think it was a 4-drop, and I think the Dungeoneer is just like overly risky because our hand doesn't have a 2-drop as of now, so we might fall pretty far behind if they just have... Because it's really easy for these decks to just curve out perfectly, right? Like, you just start with a 1-drop every game.
Right. I'm kind of quiet. Thanks. I'll fix it. I think my gain is just low. Yoshimaru. Kind of funny how insane Yoshimaru is in this format. Oh, we could make the play they made.
That sounds good. Like, because
Yeah, we just want
we're just not in
time.
a hurry for ours. Yeah, and it works out. We can just do the same play they made with Yoshimaru plus Iganjo in the same turn. I don't know if I want to do that because
Well,
yeah, we might as well hold it.
I guess I can just take 1 damage, right? Like,
yeah, I mean they could phase it out or something, but that's it.
okay, I guess I'll do it then. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's that's what it's in the deck for. Yeah, I mean I guess it's just like at any point we could play Iganjo to put a counter on the Yoshimaru, but I'm not like convinced that's an amazing play. Oh, see, wow, doing it main phase is actually insane.
You're right, but also it's my. I guess
Yeah.
we do this because like I don't have anything better to do, right?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Is it worth committing the Iganjo to the board to have a 2/2, or is it worth holding it because it's a channel lands that has text?
I have a suspicion if we draw lands, we're just going to cast all of our spells. So I'd rather just. And if we
hold
don't,
it.
well, I was inclined to play it, I guess. But I guess like, I can always get that counter back on next turn, right?
Yeah, we'd have to draw only like legendary lands the rest of the game to feel kind of punished.
How many? I don't know.
Like I don't know. If we drew only lands, like, or even like 2 lands, I could see using it on turn 5 this game or something.
Okay, sure, I'll play it. And obviously, if I just don't draw a land next turn, I will just obviously play it out.
Yeah.
It evens out. I think like maybe it's one of those decisions where there's like a correct answer, but it's not worth breaking your brain trying to figure out what the correct answer is. What does card do?
Well,
I don't know what.
oh, they didn't get like a taiga.
I also think that's weird. What does card do? I know this card's in the vintage cube, and I just ignore it every time because I don't want to be like green white like creatures.
It's a pretty powerful card, yeah. Because I mean, it's just a 2/2 indestructible, so it's already like annoying at a baseline.
I guess do I just play Bombardiers and attack?
For 2.
Yeah. I would have to chalk this in, but I think that's fine, right? Like.
Yeah, I like that.
And if they ever remove the counter, then we can just spend a lightning bolt on their thing, right? God, I have to read this like 20 times every time, like. Even though,
so
like,
it grants indestructible until end of turn to the targeted creature, another one, and then they both end up with a +1/+1 counter and a lifelink counter.
You know what? Actually, I do remember opening this in a MTGO Lord of the Rings draft, and it's like, you do not want to play against this card because it will just kill you.
Huh. Yeah.
Wait, so they haven't fetched a red land yet the entire time, right?
What's bizarre is that they could have gotten a taiga.
Yeah, I don't.
Instead of a basic forest.
Is ours untapped? It is because of this, right?
Yes.
So I have a few options. Is it just play Winota?
And then are we attacking with both? And seeing what happens before blocks?
Yeah, then like I could theoretically throw like something at this, or like, well, this or this. I think are really the only legal things to do. Kind of interesting. Yeah, well, we'll just see what happens. I don't know. I'm here for Winota.
I'm just worried we're gonna double miss on Winota because our deck has no humans, but it's in our deck, so we're gonna we're gonna see what our human count looks like, you know.
Wait, what? Why?
Yeah, I guess that's just an option the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, they can crew this, or we got.
Okay, we hit a human. So the humans we hit are indestructible.
Yes. I can
Probably
put
2 humans.
well, Dranth Master doesn't do very much, right?
No, because their commander
So I
is
should just
yeah.
get
I
carries
think
up
I would just
probably.
take carries of
Huh?
So
Work how?
now,
Oh, they didn't. They could have crewed this, right? If they
yeah,
tap, they probably just didn't have a stop here, because like I think crewing. I expected them to crew it. Then I would have a tough decision of what do I do. Is there a list? One sec. I should actually export this list.
Windows is broken. I don't know if we were likely to hit it all.
Okay, so I can throw. Oh, I can't throw the bombardiers, which is somewhat
Yeah.
problematic. But
Okay, well, I don't know why they're double blocking the indestructible creature.
what?
All right.
Good. Did
I
they just
think
not read indestructible? I don't know.
so. That's assigning damage to a Johnny, and it's
Yeah.
not flipping. That's great news. And we're just. I mean,
What do I do with
the
bombardiers?
Bombardiers is dead no matter what. So our option is: do we want to take out the Thalia with something on the way out? Is the Thalia that annoying? It's kind of annoying just because it's a 2-power first strike creature. Is it? But the Karizev's really good in play, and the Granoda's really good in play.
I think I should just
We should just
let it
let this
die.
happen. Yeah,
And they take 5. They'll be at 11.
and
Their
our
Johnny
board's
will.
amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because we're gonna need a
So.
Thopter at combat, which is also gonna be good with Renoda.
Yep. Can I stack it so it tracks the token?
No, because the monkey doesn't attack.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it doesn't matter if you can stack it so that your Ragavan comes into play before your Renoda triggers, but yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. We have one.
You
So
can stack Gut that way, right?
sure.
You can get Ragavan and then sack Ragavan for a 4/1 skeleton.
Yeah. You can sack monkey to Goot. Wow. I think we're in really good shape. Also, our Plaza taps for red, which means we can cast Goot plus Lightning Bolt if we play the Ayagandra
Yeah.
out. Which I'm probably, if I don't draw
Well,
another land, I probably want to do that.
are you really? I mean, you could just channel it instead of have
Oh,
casting lightning.
sure. I could channel it for 1 now, right?
Yeah, like you have so many legends.
I want to block because I think this is just them activating this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can we just block the cat token?
yeah, that's my inclination.
Yeah.
If they have Ayagandro good beats, they'll like kill this. But
Sure.
okay, is
They're gonna gain a bunch of life.
the gain?
It's not enough, like at all, if their plan's nothing. It's almost not enough even if they spend the rest of their mana killing Winota.
I don't think they know about Goot. Obviously, like why would they know about the Goot in our hand?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Very
not that's not a great use of your mana. So Kenzin, okay. They can't play any removal spells because of Thalia, right? Like.
Yeah, and now, I mean, because we're looking to deal face damage, we should just play Igonjo because it's legendary for Yoshimaru.
Yeah.
And then we can, you can tap the Plaza for Goot, but it doesn't really matter.
It just doesn't matter how I tap period. Like this is identical. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's all fine.
I think nothing really matters anymore.
Yeah,
I'm just
we're gonna see how many Winota hit. We're gonna see if they let us hit Winota a bunch of
What?
times.
Why are they conceding? I know why they're conceding. They remember that block where they just like threw a Johnny into our 2/1 that made no sense. All right. Oh, I guess I could export this deck real quick because we did change a few things, so it's actually unclear how good Winota is in our deck. Export. So yeah, there was a long time ago where they would run 100-card singleton premiere events for like actual real prizes. But there was no commander. It was just like Commander was Commander. There was like a big ban list. I played a lot of like Esper control combo with like Thopter Sword and Grinder, Painter, Grindstone, but obviously this is like a very different format. Rocco, the oh man, I haven't seen this card in so long. People were so excited about that one when it got spoiled. Remember? This looks pretty
Yeah.
good versus that, right? I'm inclined to
Yeah.
keep, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, also we can keep and probably fetch plateau and
Classic plateaus. Yoshi, Bruse, Duel Commander, August 224, Public. Alright, the deck should be on Flex Slot now. Oh, it's slowly loading. There it goes. Alright, so we can play Yoshi on 1, which probably is happening.
ooh, or not.
I think I'm just gonna kill that with Barrage, right?
Yeah. You want to still fetch plateau? I guess it's a little awkward with Samwise, but it lets us.
Am I gonna... I could Samwise on 3, though, right? And get the land back?
Well, it's a permanent that was put there that turn.
Yeah, no, I just wait, right?
Yeah, so you want to go Mountain
Yeah.
Barrage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're just accepting we're gonna play a grindy game, not like a beatdown game.
Yeah, we
Which
have
is
a lot
fine.
of really good cards for a grindy game, given the Stoneforge can get Skull Clamp, and it's pretty good in our hand.
Or I could play a Johnny. That might be better, honestly. Like to play a Johnny this turn, just get a clock going. I don't know.
Yeah, let's play a Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do
I
it
don't
this
know.
way.
I see a Johnny, I want to play it. That's
Maybe
my
we'll play
rule.
Bruce this game.
Maybe. This could be a game where I play Bruce. It's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
I mean, what's most likely is that we maybe just play Yoshimaru plus Samwise next turn, but
Yo, we got a raid from my friend Goblin Wacky. Are there any goblins in our deck? Oh yeah, there's Broadside Bombardiers. So just
okay, so they're getting Dried Arbor.
Dried Arbor, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool.
That's pretty cool.
It's just Wood Elves, like, as long as you don't
Yeah,
draw
but
Dried
then it
Arbor.
also scales. Like, they probably have, like, Goblin Bombardment or things like that in their deck, and it just scales into being more castable. Oh.
So, do I want to fetch play that? I could just attack first and see what they do. They'll probably just take 2, obviously, because flipping this seems really bad for them.
You should play... I mean, it does seem really bad for them. If they did flip it, you'd want the Yoshimaru in play first, is all I'm thinking, because a legendary permanent would enter. So the question is, are we playing Yoshimaru no matter what? I kind of think we might be.
So if I'm going to do that, do I Yoshimaru fetch for Sacred Foundry because I drew this now?
Yep.
Which is kind of funny. That was like the reverse outer. This is like kind of a bad one to draw, but...
well, you could also just... We don't have to play Samwise, because we could just play the Plateau and a different 2-drop.
Oh, sure. That also makes sense. Is it just Yoshimaru Thalia because we have no spells in our hand?
Well, maybe just Stoneforge.
Okay. And then we're going to do that.
So we can play Yoshimaru, and then just attack for 2 and see what happens. Make sure that... Yeah. It would be very weird for them to not just take 2, obviously.
Yeah, what's up, Backlith? You like the cards in my hand? Well, they're all cards that could theoretically be played in Death and Taxes. So our plan was Stoneforge for Skullclamp?
Yeah, that just seems really valuable on this board. Like,
well, it lets me flip a Johnny next turn, and we'll also get permanent. Well, I guess I don't have enough. Okay, so I can get Shadow Spear, Ember Cleave. What is this card?
That's funny.
What is this card?
It makes a legend. Or Double Strike.
Why does this so much to equip? Holy shit.
Yeah, this card seems more like goofy than good.
I think reading it...
It's a lot of mana to unlock.
Lackey, you opened a Outlaws full set? Sweet. But you did get scammed out of 5-0 by, I assume, Scamnator. Paraguay, so it's a 2/3. So this dies
Maybe just
probably.
lose Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, it's 3/4. Oh, it's sorcery. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Skull clamp. We're gonna have a skull
That's
clamp off.
nice.
I don't know what's gonna fucking happen. Like probably. Huh. What does that do? I kind of want to fetch, play Samwise, play Selfless Spirit.
The
Is that
first mode of the ring tempts you. Is that can't
it?
be blocked
Well, it's
by
like
creatures with
Skulk.
greater power.
Yeah, it's like Skulk.
So we could get in for 2 with Yoshimaru then.
Well, it doesn't give this Skulk.
Why not?
Oh, right. Wait. No, ring tempts you. I can put on any creature, right? It's been a
Yeah,
while.
you when it
Okay,
tempts
sure.
you put it on a
Yeah.
creature.
Am I just fetching? Oh, I can't fetch mountain. There are no mountains left.
Yeah.
Wait, is this really the only fetchable left in my deck?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
also, despite it being a tap lands, not playing Elegant Parlor sounds terrible.
I
You should just
agree.
for sure play Elegant Parlor. I just assumed it was in this deck, but
Apparently it's not, and I kind of regret it not being in this deck. All right,
yeah,
take
now we
2.
know.
Whatever.
Wait. The problem. Wait. Ugh. The problem with
What?
Samwise is that the fetch land doesn't do anything.
I just realized this too, actually. Fuck. Maybe they'll play Yavimaya. Okay, whatever. That's really unfortunate. um, yes, that is not really ideal. Okay, so I
Yeah.
can skulk onto that.
Yeah. I mean, mine. That's probably better than the cat token, right? Maybe
Probably.
not. Maybe we want to just to swing for 2 with the cat token and keep it skulked. Yeah, I guess that's just the better thing to be skulked. I mean, then we
Oh,
can
sure,
clamp
yeah.
it if it can't deal damage.
Yeah. All right. So, I guess you probably haven't seen this. People have played Caracas plus Samwise in Legacy, and it's been like kind of
Yeah, no, I
funny.
mean Samwise is in Vintage Cube too, and
Yeah. No, it's only 4 mountains, because like you're basically a base white deck. But I agree, not having the Elegant Parlor seems like
yeah,
somewhat costly
still, I mean
here.
that's 3 fetch lands in our deck that only have 3 fetchables.
Bloodstained Mire, Woodfoothill, Scalding Turn.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, it
and I don't,
seems mildly
yeah,
unhinged.
I play like in CDH, I just play like a red black deck that's just like completely.
Probably gonna double lock this if they let me.
Yeah,
But they could
games are
put
weird
Skull
when we
Clamp
both
on
have
it.
Skull Clamp.
Yeah. Oh, is this Court of
Horde.
Calling? What did they get for 2? Am I supposed to respond? Probably not.
I don't think you could fire off Selfless Spirit. Yeah, that
Well,
just
I can't
seems
even think of anything good that like would punish.
yeah,
I guess it would be like frick. Ah, seems really good here, honestly.
very good. Yeah.
So they attack. What am I blocking with? Probably. It could just be Samwise Selfless. Or Samwise Stoneforge probably makes the most sense.
Well, then they could shoot the Samwise. Oh, but you'd sack Selfless Spirit.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
really care about the Samwise, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like
Yeah.
literally Goblin Piker now. And the Stoneforge is also low value, so like damn, I think this Ajani might kill us though. It seems like very problematic.
Yoshimaru. Well, I guess we'll save it. Plus, it makes our team indestructible post combat.
Yeah. Kind of wonder if they were supposed to just dome us. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Targeting any of your things here sounds a little loose. Yeah.
Because now like this I don't know, like
But now we might be able to kill a Johnny.
yeah, that was very weird. Okay, so what do I want to do? Shinka pumps this. That can block that. But we can kill a Johnny, basically. Do I want to play a little Leela?
Um,
Leela...
yeah, but we. Oh, but okay, but no, but the Lelia will pump the Yoshimaru, so that means
Yeah.
we don't have to commit the Shinka necessarily,
Yeah.
right? We need to make sure that the Yoshi's a 3/3 before rolling in, but because it's attacking a Johnny anyways, it's not like it matters. It's a 4/4.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do this, and if we hit a
Yep.
land off of the Leela, we can play it. If we don't, we just play that.
Yeah. And then we only have to send Yoshi and Lelia at a Johnny. That's
Yep.
sufficient.
And then I could attack them with Samwise and the cat. Seems kind of good to do that.
I just don't know if we need blockers. I mean, they're at 11.
Well,
Yeah.
we can leave the Stoneforge back because that trades with that.
And then if we need to, we could just play Thalia potentially too.
Yeah. Attack a Johnny. Attack a Johnny.
So yeah, this is the most efficient attack at Johnny. Yeah. This seems good. They have Skull Clamp too, so trading off 2/1s or whatever is kind of all the same.
Can't play
so that doesn't matter.
Alright, so we're going to play either... I'm probably just going to play Thalia post-combat.
Yeah, I mean, the 2/1 first strike does not seem bad just to have in play, and it also grows our Yoshi to a 5/5, which might make life difficult for them on their turn with one card.
Kellen said the game would have been more problematic if their attack weren't so bad.
Yeah, they really just threw it away by sacking anything. I think they just maybe should have waited on the Ajani, to be honest.
Probably, yeah.
Right. Like, they can cash that in whenever they want with Skull Clamp, or, then it makes us attacking them really awkward, too, because then they would flip Ajani after combat damage.
This seems like some good Honest Queen magic, honestly. Minus the Skull Clamp part, I guess. Like, that part is pretty nonsensical.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the stage where we aren't actually out of cards on either side.
Well, this Wooded Foothills is basically not a real magic card, which is not ideal, but...
Yeah, if we draw the Assassin's Creed equipment, we could choose discard 2, draw 2.
Fantastic.
Or actually, can we get the Ring Bearer a little bit further? That loots too eventually.
I don't think there's another Ring Tempting card in our deck.
Yeah, I doubt it. That card seems not playable, but okay.
This is like the equivalent of Siege Rhino.
Yeah.
I will take 5 damage.
Yep. Alright, so let's see what we draw.
Kethion.
Any legends, not the worst. Alright, so they put Pyroglyph there 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I count that they probably will have to chump Yoshi.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's see, if they block, let's say if they 8 Lelia, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, they could, so...
I think my inclination is attack, or play Kethion, attack with these two only. Trade off with that, and see what I hit off of Leela. Oh, no, I guess... yeah, no,
I'm wondering if we need to clamp Lelia.
Yeah, I guess I do, right?
There's just 3 of our mana, but...
Maybe I don't play Kethion then.
Yeah, maybe... Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, but another option, hold on. There's another option here, because we have Iganjo.
Yeah, but that costs 2 mana no matter what, right? Like...
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like... If we... Let's say we played for damage, and we played Kithian, attacked with everything. Then if they tried to block, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 would come through, and we'd still save our Lelia. But then their guy wouldn't die. So yeah, maybe we just need to calm down. Yeah, okay, let's start with Skull Clamp. It costs 2 though, is the only problem, but yeah.
Oh, this is actually kind of a big problem, but whatever.
Yeah, I think it's still good.
Don't think it really matters what land I tap.
Yeah, we're not using the legendary lands, so I would leave up Plateau and Sacred Foundry. Yeah. I think. I just want to maximize what we could hit off Lilia. Alright, so now we attack with just the big guys.
Yep. That's really good, I think.
That's very nice, yeah.
That means they obviously do have to trade off here, otherwise they literally die to Lightning Bolt. I could also just bolt that, which doesn't seem terrible to me. Like, yeah, they get 2 cards off of it.
Yeah, but, so... I think... So this is just going to happen. I mean, they unless they want to chump, do not let us draw 2 cards. They have to block now. Okay.
What? Do they have Solitude?
Well, who cares? I mean, that play is not that bad for us if they do.
Sure.
See.
All right, show me Solitude. Obviously, like, I have thought about Solitude. Okay, what happened there? I do not understand.
So if they did block, we would have drawn 2 cards, and then I would have been inclined to like equip Thalia, and then bolt.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
like
rid of her, Antalya.
rather than just spend 2 mana on bolt, we probably could have just cashed in the Thalia because it's annoying.
The no block was they blocked then didn't block. I'm just like, okay, if you're bluffing me, I don't care because you have to like kill one of your own creatures with Solitude. Like, so you're getting like 3 for 1, right? What does add Prismatic Piper? What the hell is this?
Oh, that's always. But it still has to be with, because let's say, can it partner with? What does that do? That might fix the problem we were talking about.
What is this? Has anyone ever seen this? What the?
Yeah, I know what it is. But it still just has partner. What happened to our Bruse? Okay.
No, it just. I've never seen that. I clicked on it because I wanted to see what it was.
It's still a mystery to me if you're allowed to switch your commander to Thalia. I don't.
I thought you could, but maybe it's wrong.
Because yeah.
We have no lens.
Yep.
Oh, nice. This is the promo.
It's the special guest. Yeah, you can open that in Bloomburrow Draft.
I would first pick it.
It stayed there in the exact position in our hand. That was cool.
I want to bottom Ember Cleave probably.
Yep, I also want to bottom Ember Cleave.
What is this? What the?
It's Hammerheim.
Oh, I remember Hammerheim.
Yeah.
I actually do remember Hammerheim because I'm like a fucking.
I'm proud that I could have told you it was Hammerheim without seeing its name was Hammerheim.
That's fair.
Just by reading its text box.
Is it Plow with the Bird? Probably.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Felden, huh?
That one I just I was just looking at every 1 and 2 mana red and white legends when we started, and I was just like, yeah, that one stays. So it's Yoshimaru, Minas Tirith,
Skullclamp. Yeah, that's what I want to do. God, every time I have to click on that thing, what are they doing? Are they casting Reprieve or some nonsense? Oh.
Reprieve would actually be kind of annoying because we couldn't recast it this turn.
Yeah, but they don't know that. Reprieving a 1-drop is usually terrible. Look at all these banned cards we're playing with.
Yeah, I don't know about Skullclamp being legal.
I don't really want to just Fury that. I think we can just let it hit us a few times probably.
Yeah, we also could just equip Skullclamp to our commander potentially.
I see.
More interesting now for sure, but what if we just play Felden and put the Skullclamp on Yoshi?
I think that's what I want to do, yeah.
It's if they bombardier Felden, who cares? If they bombardier Yoshi, who cares?
Well, also it's not that good to bombardier that one either, right?
That's what I mean. Yeah. They just
we're attacking for 7 on turn 3 and we didn't play a 1-drop on turn 1. Also, I feel like this Fury might just kill them, just evoked next turn.
Yeah.
I could also just not do it and Coco up Plains.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they sack Rocco here because I don't know. I know we clamped our guy, but our commander is way too large to just let. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not going to evoke Fury then, obviously. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what we draw. We're drawing a bunch of cards. Evoking Fury, and if we could evoke Fury and play the Caves Chaos guy. So that's a human. I don't know, I think...
They're all humans, what the heck?
Evoke Fury and Caves of Chaos Adventure sounds really good.
They also missed a land drop, so yeah, it's kind of appealing. Yeah, I probably
Yeah.
should. So we're pitching Winota, right?
Yeah, because we have to be left with Caves of Chaos. Yeah.
Can I deal 1 to this? I can, right?
Oh, you can. That's
Yeah.
nice. It's until the end of your next turn too, right?
Yep. Do you believe that I saw that play without reading chat because someone brought it up in chat too? Choose one of them. I guess I choose that one. All right.
Imagine if we got Ephemerate. Not
Ephemerate would have been much better there.
The phase out card.
Yeah. Oh, because yeah, it would be effectively. Well, Ephemerate would be better, obviously, but it doesn't matter which lane I play. I guess like I should fetch in case if I draw all of my like vegetables in a row.
Sure.
Because there's like only what 2 left. Yeah, there's only 2 left. Yeah, I would have fixed that one if I had thought about it a lot longer, but I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Elegant Parlor will just be sufficient at that point. Yeah. Like, and Felden can't block anyways, so no reason to think about anything weird.
I mean, they're kind of just dying. I think Trap will kill them this game for almost for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're close to dead just next turn.
Creator of the Guard probably finds Solitude.
Yeah, I guess if they find Solitude here and you evoke it, then that plays a little less embarrassing on this board.
Probably should let me target with Forge first, right? Like, there's no...
Well, there's just no way we're not targeting Felden and they're not hitting Caves of Chaos. I don't think you're wrong, but I don't think it matters.
I'm still...
Because the Caves of Chaos Adventure draws a card when it attacks. Like, we were never... When they reveal Solitude to us.
Oh, so if I Pyroglyph that, that's lethal to trap next turn, right? I just sacrifice this because, like, who cares, right? It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, you're right. So we Pyroglyph the Recruiter and equip the Skull Clamp to Felden.
The best Flame Tongue Kavu ever printed in Pyroglyph? Probably. So they'd need like a Wrath and to take the initiative?
Yeah.
Does Solitude count as a Flame Tongue Kavu? Not really.
What about Fury?
Closer.
Ooh, that's really good. They're still dead. I think we just chump. Oh, well.
Well, also okay. We like
also,
it,
yeah.
I would have chumped, but
I guess it doesn't matter if we chump or not. They would just be dead to us attacking them back with both creatures.
Yes, nothing really mattered.
It's almost better to not chump in case they have like mutagenic growth or something.
Is there any reason to get a trophy on this account, or should I just play a different deck? Doesn't seem like. I'm kind of satisfied that I think this deck is really good and it's slightly misbuilt. So I might just drop it 2-0 because like I'm on the account where if I win a bunch, it doesn't actually do anything.
Matter.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Yeah. I've also done the thing where I was 0-2 in a league and I also dropped it because my deck was horrible. Because it just doesn't fucking matter on this account. All right.
Yeah.
Slimefoot Squee. Let's take a quick look to see if there's anything out of.
All right, there's an underground mortuary. I like that. I don't think you need to play like 3 survey lands or anything crazy, but you definitely need the first one, whatever the best color combo is, which at a glance black green looks like the right one. There's a there's a theater too.
Yeah, there's 2 and they're both black because I think there's more double black cards. Or
that's 2 seems like plenty too because it means your fetches will like never really miss.
Okay. So this is a very different type of deck. This is like a grind. This is like basically a Jund deck, but you have a bunch of like reanimation sub-theme. I guess, is Recurring Nightmare banned? I guess we should check.
No, but
Killmaster P says your opponents didn't inspire me to make any conclusions about quality of any of decks in those games. I think the Rocco deck was fine. Like it looked
the
fine.
Rocco deck just took. Well, the second game they were dead no matter what, so that
Yeah.
didn't really matter. But the first game, them just losing to the bolt
The,
and making the game over is kind of.
yeah, this is in
His
fact
roots.
this is the there was like a big Duel Commander tournament, and this was the winning list I copied. You can tell because it has the person's name, which is identical to the person's name that I copied it from. Yeah, I guess the question in my mind is, would Recurring Nightmare be good in this deck if it were illegal? And it kind of looks like it, but
There are not a
also,
lot of ETBs.
yeah.
I think it wouldn't be that good.
Oh, it wouldn't be that good.
No, there's not a lot of enter
Then-
the battlefield effects in this deck, and
then-
that one is better.
Well, what about Fury or like Troll or Oliphant or I don't know.
Yeah, but because the Nightmare like works with your commander, or the like the Chthonian.
Okay.
So does this deck have like an infinite combo or anything?
Doesn't look like it to me. It just looks like you like grind them to nothing and they die, right?
Yeah. So the Squee reanimates itself for 4 and sacrifices a Sapperling. Is that right?
Yeah.
And up to 1. Oh, it's a recurring nightmare in itself.
Oh, then you don't need Recurring Nightmare.
Yeah.
Because like
okay.
this actually. Oh, that's really fascinating. So it's funny, like this commander, you actually want it to be killed by like sacrifice stuff, not by like a plow or whatever. You know.
Yeah, except that you need, if you put it in your graveyard and you lose your Sapperling, you might be out the Squee for the rest of the game. But I guess you have reanimates in your deck to fix that.
Yeah, I'm also. Is there. No, this is insects, right? Yeah, Gris is insects.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. Is there something
Nothing's. But like the way I'm thinking about it, nothing in my head jumps to mind is like a very powerful card that makes a Sapperling, and Unearth, Reanimate, Animate Dead are effectively that card anyways,
Sure, yeah.
and they're much better.
Okay.
So like Reanimates are just better than a crappy card that could make a Sapperling.
It kind of
Well,
looks like.
Yes, and you could exile your commander stuff, your own cards.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Okay.
That's funny. It kind of looks like this deck is super optimized the way it is. Like, I do not see anything really wrong with it. It has all of the surveillance that I would want. It does not have Commercial District because I think you just want them to be black, usually. But
yeah.
Yeah,
well, and like I said, I think 3 would be
sure
a little less unnecessary. The second one just means, like, because if you only had the black-green one, then it would mean that your Arid Mesa or whatever couldn't get a Surveil land.
Sure. It is surprising to me that the Zeatori's Proving Ground doesn't sneak in, but maybe that's just too many tap lands.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessary.
Never seen this card until now.
I saw it looking at this deck list, and it made me wonder if it should be in Cube. I remember now.
That is an interesting card. This is like a kind of like. It's like a weird like Springleaf Drum / really costly reanimate. Is the best way of putting it.
Yeah, Springleaf Drum isn't accurate. It does do the thing that I was saying Phyrexian Tower does well and potentially in Cube, where like even though I don't know, like even though you don't want to just like sack your creatures usually, sometimes you do in random games of Magic, and like the cost of it being that it's just the lands is pretty low.
Real more decks in Modern should play Goblin Bombardment to flip their Johnny vibes. I mean, obviously Kellen had 4, but none of the Boros Energy decks just don't play Goblin Bombardment. I'm pretty sure that's a huge mistake.
Yeah, I guess I've never played that deck, but I would probably want at least one in my deck.
The deck is capable of generating like 10 plus tokens on some turns, like
with Ocelot Pride. Yeah.
I was making this joke yesterday when I was playing the deck testing versus my other friend who wanted to test Nadu, but wanted to play against a reasonable opponent who would concede on MTGO, and I'm like, okay. And then, like, Ocelot Pride just always makes more tokens than you would expect. You just never make the right number. Alright. Let's just join the queue and see what happens.
Yeah.
The deck looks good.
Screams at me as like a bad card, which is a good sign that they looked at all the good cards before they built their deck.
I mean, this person also won like a 150
Yeah, they won
person
the tournament.
tournament, so like
Yeah.
obviously like I'm not saying that's always right, but it seems more likely than not that they understand their deck and it seems correctly built. I wonder if there's any names I recognize. Well, Eco Baron, Whoop Orc. Ice Nine big fan. I feel like Ice Nine was the modern person who played like the Boris Crack the Earth deck for a long time. So the fact that there's an Ice Nine big fan account makes me laugh. I guess the last deck we can try, depending on how it goes. I don't know what you're. I guess you told me you had the day off, but probably you want to do something else at some point. Aragorn seems kind of interesting to me. It's like a Jeskai tempo-y deck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, could take a look at it, make sure that I am I'm a little concerned about 3-color decks in this format.
Because of Blood Moon, or
No, just because I think it's a real cost having just played other commander decks myself. I don't know.
got it.
It's not that bad, but particularly because like you don't even like some of the cards that could help you in that regard are banned, like Mox Diamond or whatever.
Sure. So a lot of the fast mana is banned, or I didn't actually look at the ban list, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, cards that are legal in like normal commander that are banned in here are like Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, Mana Vault, Mox Amber, Mox Diamond,
Mm-hmm.
Chrome Mox. Even they got rid of all of it.
Fascinating.
The One Ring is banned.
Oh, that one, I'm
Even the Ancient
very,
Tomb is banned.
I'm very okay with the One Ring being banned in basically anything. I don't know.
Flawless Maneuver is banned. Wow.
Is that the white pitch
That's the
spell?
white free one.
Or
I
the
guess
white
it's
free one?
free. Like, and in 1v, yeah, okay. In 1v1, it's probably pretty good.
It's a fog, right?
No, that one. We'll see if that one's banned. It's similar to the white flare, except instead of sacrificing a creature, it's just free. So that makes sense. It's just creatures you control being indestructible. So like even as like a combat trick, it's just a huge blowout, right? Like in the types of games we were playing, that probably would have been amazing.
Okay, our opponent is
Okay.
Aragorn, the like tempo-y thing.
Yeah.
We have technically we could.
Birds.
Yeah, I think I should just find a different
Yeah,
hand,
totally
obviously. So we have. What's our man? I think I just want to ship. Wow, this is a really awkward hand, honestly. I think I want to ship Living Death, or Unearth, or Chthonian Nightmare. I'm not sure which of those three. Obviously, we can't ship any of these four. I think that's just like off the table. But
yeah.
I think it's Living Death, honestly. But
Okay. Yeah.
it seems reasonable to do that. Obviously, like.
Oh, good reverse. Nice.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna tutor for a land. I think. Like. I guess if I draw a land, it's more interesting what I should do. But.
Yeah.
You can look at the deck list. We're Slimefoot and Squee, so it's not an Oracle deck. I'm not even sure Thassa's Oracle is legal in this format, right? I think it might be banned.
Banned, yeah.
Yeah. So we're just like a grindy Jund deck with like a reanimation sub theme. Okay. They topped. I still think I want to cast Tutor and just play Fable.
I definitely would
next
cast Demonic Tutor and then take a look at our library and see what we're.
There's a lot of options,
but
yeah.
So it's probably a land that produces black. I mean, there's Command Tower in this format, right? So like, that's just like the perfect lands. But then there's a question of, should we instead get like a utility land that's powerful? But I don't think Phyrexian Tower makes sense.
Not really, no.
Given that would kind of keep us off our Slimefoot and Squee. Are planeswalkers as commanders allowed? They are if they say this card can be your commander.
So like, which Teferi is it? Teferi Master of Time is allowed.
Yeah, but Minskambu is banned as a commander, so that one's just not allowed anyways.
So utility lands are like, there's not that many actually.
Yeah, I don't see anything. So the only other thing that comes to mind is that I just think we have too many black cards in our hand to not get a black source. Plus, we're taking a damage off our current black source.
Yeah, I'm kind of inclined to just take this.
Yeah, because the only other thing that jumps to me is taking like a Marsh Flats or something in case we draw another lands next turn, and then we have the option of a Surveil lands later. But given we have Fable, if we draw too many lands, that's not the worst. Though Fable could get countered or something. I don't know what the other deck works, but I don't know. Command Tower is probably just fine.
I was actually kind of wondering, they were thinking so long, I was like, can they Daze my thing? Do people play Daze?
Daze sounds pretty good.
I mean, Daze would have been kind of backbreaking. Well, not in this.
That's another issue to me, having played regular Commander, particularly 3-color, where I'm also uncertain your island count can... Like, obviously this game, it looks like it is, but the reality is your deck only has, like, 13 islands out of 99 cards or whatever.
Sure. Oh, I think I just want an Inquisition Glyph now instead of playing Fable.
Yeah,
it's so much better versus a counterspell. I was thinking that I might want an Inquisition anyways, but, you know. Camera Souls is banned. I did not realize that.
Yep.
I guess it's...
Yeah, that makes sense to me. It's just, like, too obvious. Every deck has a creature.
They had the Daze!
They had the Daze.
I think I'm gonna take the Daze anyways. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't care if they march my thing. Right?
Yeah, I guess we're not really that bad against whole creature, especially when we know it exists.
I mean, I just won't rummage on my Fable, obviously, but...
Yeah, okay. They're going to play a Malcolm. We're going to have a very large Tarmogoyf.
It kind of looks like...
reasonably large.
I mean, like, they can march it, I guess, but... That does spend their entire turn to march, yeah. Opponent wanted a hard cast of Daze on the draw. Well, we did not allow them that option. We would have gotten kind of, like, force spiked out if we hadn't drawn, like, the Tarmogoyf that turn. Because I think without that, we should just cast our 3-drop basically every time, but... okay. They're gonna loot something away. Dungeoneer, huh? I kind of don't love our chances, but... Huh.
They're jumping?
Or their plan is to just let us take it, and then they'll get it back with Seasoned Engineer or Malcolm.
Or combat damage, yeah, okay.
Oh, no, you can untap this and double block.
Yeah, I know, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, double blocking's kind of a little risky for their perspective, but... we're attacking, I think.
Yeah.
'Cause nothing about Slimefoot Squee gives haste, right? It's just...
It just makes a sap rolling.
Yeah, it's a 3-3 that makes it 1-1. Okay, on inter-attack. Alright, we'll kill the...
Is it better to kill the Malcolm, actually? Kind of unclear to me.
I think that because they have Seasoned Engineer, that doesn't matter as much, and I'd rather kind of get the 3-3 off the board.
Okay, sure.
For the sake of, like, high power and toughness.
Sure. And then I'll just cast Unearth and Fable.
Yep.
Maybe we're not actually...
Like, you know, like, we're making a Fable token, like, killing the 3-3 just seems good. Also, Siren Pirate is not a good creature type for the Aragorn. I guess they're going to put 2 counters on their flyer, but... Or sorry, not for Aragorn, for Seasoned Dungeoneer. This Nightmare has not looked good at all.
No, it hasn't. But this might be a bad matchup for it in general. Although it kind of looked like, when I was looking at all of the decks, it kind of looked like there weren't any good matchups for the Nightmare, so I'm not sure. Maybe the Squee Mirror, the Nightmare is good?
Maybe.
Yeah, Duel Commander is BO3 because, like, obviously, like, the games don't last that long. Well, March pitching... Wait, what did they pitch? They pitched a Dungeoneer. Interesting. Okay. So I guess their plan is to cast Hull Breacher?
Sure, so we're stuck with this Nightmare in our hand and whatever our draw step is. Well, that's not even true. I mean, yeah, they have to commit to casting it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure this play indicates they're going to cast it, yeah. But
yeah,
the question is...
They have to know they don't have a window, but
yeah.
We'll give them credit for now.
What about the other person that just let us
that's
ruin
why
them with
I'm skeptical to
Selfish?
give credit, but we can give this new opponent credit.
Yeah, there's no sideboard, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fun to, like, try new things. Like, that's mostly why Cube is fun, right?
Oh, it's back.
I really don't want it in my hand. Alright, fuck, they cast it.
Alright, so they're doing it.
Alright,
okay.
I'm going to click no. Because I would lose the game on the spot if I just... Well, maybe not lose the game on the spot, but it wouldn't be great. Alright.
Attack.
Yeah.
Our Living Death is terrible.
Do you think they're going to trade?
Yes.
Yeah, and then we play Squee, and then, like, I don't know what happens. But... how do I have no creatures in my graveyard? It's so bad.
Does when we had Living Death in our opening hand and shipped it, I was like, oh, maybe I didn't look like, I don't know. It seems pretty bad. Like...
Is there any chance I'm supposed to play the Nightmare out? Probably not, right? It's only good to play the Nightmare out if I draw... No, it seems like I shouldn't cast it, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, I almost just would rather have a treasure.
Yeah.
I don't know. We just have one out. Like, not one out, but one draw step to an out to not being dead next turn.
Right, because we're exactly at 4 after this attack.
Yeah.
The Malcolm's been really good for them.
And they have 4/4 haste as a commander.
Doesn't have haste, right?
I wonder if we were ever supposed to Inquisition the Malcolm and play the game. But they did just draw a White Plume Adventurer off the top. But I guess they knew their top card, right? They topped preordained.
Yeah, so...
Oh, no, they wouldn't have known their top card yet. Because they drew both cards, and then they just ripped White Plume.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know any of their cards. They can still cast this, which is, like, pretty problematic. Okay, so they have... So yeah, this was the deck I was thinking about playing. Lose Focus. Are they going to play Aragorn? Looks like it, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so we need to draw something good. Probably need to draw an answer for that. Can I get a redraw? by attacking them
Yes.
with both, get the Monarch. Casting this is actively bad, so I'm not going to do that.
Yep. So it's just swing both.
Yeah.
We had another 1/1, which is nice because it helps against the combat on return.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good block. That makes sense.
I take the initiative and the Monarch.
Yeah. So while we're looking at our library for our basic lands, what are we trying to draw? I guess we have. It just doesn't matter. But I guess the only question is, can we play the Nightmare now? Because like, could we draw anything that costs 5 mana at all that's out here?
That's an instant.
Yeah.
So Flare doesn't work because they would sack the Aragorn.
Well, Flare does work. Oh no, yeah, never mind. Yeah.
Lightning Bolt works.
Just Abrupt Decay.
So we actually have a reasonable number of outs. I guess I'll just take a Swamp.
Yeah, so we have a Tainted Pact, which is a reason to not play the Nightmare, for example. That's what I was looking at. Something because we could draw Tainted Pact into Snuff Out or something and want 6 mana.
Sure.
So yeah, it's probably just worth giving the max outs and.
Kind of a hard sell to alt cast.
Pendelhaven was the play though, but it's
alright. Oh, well, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put a stop here in case if I want to just cast it now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, looks like I'm dead. That was... We drew a lot of really not useful cards somehow, and the Hole Breacher was like super annoying, but... Endurance would have been decent. Oh yeah, we could have drawn Endurance as well. Okay. So this is a turn 2 Squee, but we have effectively 7 mana sources.
Yeah, I wish we. Yeah.
If
7's a lot. I would be very inclined to keep this hand if one of these mana sources was anything.
Exactly. If this is just like some spell, this is like probably a Snap Keep.
Even if Elves of Deep Shadow or whatever was some spell, but
I think reluctantly after Mulligan, it's just so close. I guess I keep this one.
Alright, yeah, with the Wooded Foothills for actual good mana.
Do I just bottom this? Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think we've demonstrated having Oliphant in our graveyard is reasonable.
So, which land do I want to play first? Probably this and cycle for.
Yeah, I don't know what they could have on. Yeah, I guess holding Duress is probably pretty good, and then also having access to potentially a Surveil land. Maybe we were just supposed to fetch a Surveil land turn 1, but waiting on it is not the worst.
Well, I wanted to cycle. Well, I guess it works out the same.
Yeah. We're getting Badlands.
Yeah. Oh, so this person does have the Triumph. It's not great. Do I want to surveil this turn just to make sure I draw a spell for turn 3?
The other thing I'm thinking about is maybe we just want to duress and Slimefoot and Squee, and then potentially into Minskin Boo this game.
And just hope they only have one counterspell? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
or, yeah.
I'm fine with that. Somehow it defaulted to the ugliest possible duress. Alright, Fable and Ponder.
And they have that flying 2/1, then Bone Crusher. Okay.
I'm inclined...
These cards are not great against our curve, so
I'm inclined
probably just
take Ponder. Maybe it's Fable because it just like lets them see more cards.
I just want to take Fable because I think they're gonna play the bird next turn anyways, and
okay, sure, that makes sense actually.
They could, in 2 draw steps, counter our Minskin Boo or something, and we're just gonna wish they don't have the Fable. But I don't think they're gonna cast the Ponder anytime soon, and
yep.
I think as far as like leftovers go.
I wonder. Also, I was thinking about this. I wonder if more decks should have Reflecting Pool, but that's kind of hard to
I don't
tell.
think so. It seems like a not playable card to me.
Hmm.
I don't think you're that desperate. All right.
Not great versus the Bone Crusher right now, so we won't do that.
Yeah.
Um, Probably want to put this on black.
I think black. Yeah.
Green, red, black.
Other drew force will, but I mean that's
Oh,
kind of okay.
that's totally fine. I
Oh,
mean,
you chose command zone. Yeah, I guess we don't have a sapperling. That makes sense.
oh, I also just clicked it instinctively, which is probably not the best, but
Yeah.
uh, yeah.
We have no reanimates in our hand, really. Like, I don't
Mm.
think we'd use Emperor Bones on it. I think it's actually correct, but yeah.
So one issue with playing well, I guess it depends on what they do with the Bone
Yeah, well,
Crusher.
they didn't play Adeline. What? Okay.
That's a mistake. That's
Post
definitely a
combat.
mistake.
Yeah.
We're in kind of trouble now, I think, because the Minx doesn't even look that good. Is the real issue, right? Am I?
4/4 is and four like we a no
Yeah.
attack 4/4 for loyalty doesn't sound
Well,
like
it'll die to this plus stomp, right? But I guess that's okay.
yeah when they're and then we just have a 4/4.
Yeah, maybe that's okay actually. Okay, I guess I should do that.
I just think I don't know if it's getting better than. Alternatively, we could just shoot the Senu and draw a card, right?
That might be better. Well, then Adeline maybe gets out of control.
Yeah, that might happen anyways.
I think maybe I just have to make the 4/4 and like not worry
Get
about
all
just.
fun with Emperor.
Well, you can do that, but it'll be sacrifice at end step.
Yeah, that would just attack for
You,
6.
you don't
That's
want to
not.
do that, and
Yeah.
if you try to wait until their turn to adapt, they'll just stomp in response. Obviously, yeah. I think most people do not actually know what Emperor Bones does. It's not actually a reanimation spell. It's like more like a Goryo's Vengeance. Because I guess this is not clear. The finality counter means if it would die, it actually gets
Yeah,
exiled.
I'm inclined to make a 4/4 because also
Yeah.
it makes them
It
stomp and like
exactly, yeah.
yeah.
I think you just have to do this, even though it's not like the most pleasant to do.
Well, obviously you want your Minskabu to run away with the game, but this is still like a pretty powerful play that's ultimately like helping us catch back up to some extent. Huh.
Well, no, this is the same. This is the thing we discussed before. Although it does force Adeline to be killed by the
Yeah,
Bureau,
this
so
seems
this actually does seem worse. Wait, isn't it? I also have to not block.
well, the 1/1 won't be blocked.
No, but a legendary creature has to not be blocked.
Oh,
I
yeah, well, we're blocking that.
This
Yeah.
seems kind of horrendous, actually. What?
Credit revoked, opponent.
Credit revoked, opponent. Did they think the Senu was going to come back? I think they did, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that might swing the game by itself, right there. I mean, obviously, like they just fucking threw
They
everything.
threw
At
away
it.
both their creatures. Yeah.
This was probably my most severe brain fart ever. I don't disagree. Yeah, that was very good for us. Also, stomping the Minx also seems like not very appealing. Okay, yeah, we are fine. We are totally fine. We can just make two. We can make a 4/4 and a 3/4 this turn, right?
Yeah, I'm just deciding if a 4/4 is better than -2.
To kill the
So
Sentinel.
all I'm thinking about is also maybe that's bad because they do. We'll see what we draw.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they like
They do have a
discarded.
4/4. Yeah, they have a 4/4 haste commander.
It does it have haste? It has visual and lifelink,
Oh, it
right?
doesn't have haste. Okay,
But
I
it
see.
does. It does have like.
I thought it had haste the whole time.
Yeah. No, it didn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another option is we could play our commander again instead of initiative. I'm trying to
Oh,
decide.
that gives me 2 creatures. That might be better then. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they top deck a removal spell for one of our guys here, it's not that bad for us.
Right.
Because like we're still just gonna get the initiative back. Like they're just gonna get a basic. Like what's the best thing? They draw like a Swords to Plowshare. They kill one of our guys. They suicide their Esper Sentinel. They take it and then they play their commander.
Sure. Yeah. So
And then
I think I'm gonna do this then. Yeah.
yeah,
And then I'm just gonna fetch a tap to surveil land end step, or at their end step.
yeah.
Or it just makes them concede, which is fine.
Yeah,
Or, I mean,
well,
like
they threw the game, so obviously they're probably don't want to play anymore. I like that this deck has more Tarmogoyfs for Pyroglyph.
Yeah, it has Little Tarmogoyf and it has Baraglyph. I actually
Nethergoyf.
lost. I lost to Baraglyph in Legacy recently. It was actually
Lifelink's pretty big text on a Tarmogoyf.
Well, also it has Death Touch, so it's just like
yeah,
unpleasant.
that seems less important on Tarmogoyf, but yeah.
Well, I was just in a situation where I wanted to like double block, and I'm just like, well, this isn't very good to double block it, and I lost. So, like, basically, I was playing Eldrazi Stompy. Barrowglyph is very good versus Eldrazi Stompy, essentially. Because if you get it to like 4 or 5, it's like, well, what are you gonna do? Well, I guess I
like
keep.
Yeah.
Probably the only format where you're allowed to play Dark Confidant still, because it's just like unplayable in all other formats. I guess Cube.
I think I like Dark Confidant and Cube. Sure. Does this deck have Caustic Bronco?
No, it probably should actually.
Yeah,
I generally think Caustic Bronco.
My opinion of this deck is it's got too many cute graveyard things. I don't know. The Nightmare and the Living Death felt like why we lost that game, and it just seems like the upside is not that high with how our deck's constructed.
Do people play Force Spike? Like, what does this mean? I don't know. I guess I play into it anyways because I don't.
Yeah, we're playing our elf. It's not even that important if our elf lives or dies. So it might just be Consider.
I'm fine with that. Like, whatever. Yeah. My elf died. It's probably correct for them to do it from their perspective, but.
Yeah, I guess I just think this deck should like just pretend it's Jund's more than it is your cute recurring Nightmare Cube deck.
I agree. I mean, we don't even have recurring Nightmare in our deck, and it would have been kind of bad. All this. Oh, are they casting?
Yeah, well, Ice? It was bad. We had bad recurring Nightmare.
Are they casting Ice? Kind of looks like it.
In their deck, yeah. All right, that's actually kind of annoying this turn.
I'll fake them out. All right.
Maybe we draw Mana Dork. All right. Well, I'm not gonna complain. Well, it's annoying if they have a 3-drop here for sure, because.
Well,
I guess if it dies to Chain Lightning, it's not that annoying.
I agree. I also think they might. Okay, well, they had the land. I thought there was a chance they didn't have the land. It kind of felt like it. Dryad's Magistrate, nice. That's fine. Do I just push it, or do I use Chain Lightning? Probably want to use Chain Lightning plus Dark Confidant, right?
I think so, and hold the push. If we push it, then we'd maybe want to play our commander, which also does not sound awful to me.
I kind of feel like I just want to get this going, though. So.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. Mawlock.
Ooh. Nah, let's just Chain Lightning and play Dark Confidant still.
I'm gonna play the Confidant first because of Daze. I would rather they Daze the Chain Lightning.
Yeah, it's not that important to kill the Drannith, I agree, yeah.
I mostly just want to kill it because it's like...
Well, yeah.
Efficient, yeah.
Chain Lightning, yeah. Like, we want to kill it, but I just mean, like, if this gets countered, that's kind of equally good as not killing it.
They have 3 cards, we have 4. And like,
and they don't have swords for our Dark Confidant, so that's great.
Yeah, I mean,
not that they shouldn't kill the elf, but it just worked out well with our hands for them to kill the elf.
If they play Aragorn, we get like a huge tempo swing, right? Because we can just Mawlock to fight.
They'll trade.
I guess their actual best land is a fetch land, actually, right?
Yeah, I mean, really, we just want Revolt more than anything here.
Yeah. Fetch. 8 fetches. Canker Bloom. Reanimate. Huh.
Uh, yeah, I mean,
I think it's just Moloch, their
there's
guy
no play
attack.
available to us that doesn't get dazed. Yeah, I think it's just tap out for Monlock and hope that they don't have daze or force. Even if they counter this, we still have Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Oh, this is in my cube personally nowadays.
Yeah, me too. It's great.
Because Gruul cards are fucking awful, honestly. Like, there's not many good ones.
I think they're really good now, but
Well, Minx is not in mine because I have a lower power level. Like,
okay. Yeah, and then I think Orcish Lumberjack is hit or miss, but like it's pretty high upside when it works. And all right, well now we're feeling really good about this game.
yeah. It costs 6 for them to recast that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flame Slash.
That's
Yeah.
step one for them for sure.
Whoa. Okay, no
right.
play.
They shocked. What do they have?
I mean, like, I don't want to just like cast one big card. I think I want to reanimate my Dark Confidant first,
Yeah, that sounds good.
and then I can play the commander, right? I could also reanimate their magistrate, but that seems less good to me. Right, sure. I'm not sure. Like, maybe you could make a case that I should reanimate the magistrate instead to cut them off from Aragorn. But
No, I don't think so. So okay.
So do
Something
I actually?
I'm thinking about here.
Yeah.
Is I think in some way we should be using Spirit Guide this time.
I was thinking that, and I was thinking you should actually just use it to cast that so you can leave up Fatal Push.
That sounds great. Yeah, it was either that or we just decide we don't want to leave up Fatal Push because we're not going to have result and we play Noble Hierarch. But I think either way, we're using it to cast this.
Yeah. It's only like slightly suspicious I'm doing this because like 1 damage could theoretically matter. Well, I guess it's actually like pretty suspicious that I'm doing this, right?
Well, now I'm curious. What do you think about playing Ignoble Hierarch? Because why did they leave up 4 mana? Like they shocked themselves.
I feel like they have a flash thing.
But it has to cost 2 for the Fatal Push Up to matter. I mean, I guess they could kill one of our guys and then we'd have the Fatal Push Up. But then I kind of just want to play Ignoble and then like we can clean up things with Fatal Push later.
Yeah, so even if they steal Monarch for 1 turn, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm just worried. I don't know. I don't know if they play Restoration Angel or whatever. That's like the card that was just like screaming to me. It also could just be like Memory Deluge or something, and we're just glad we didn't leave up Fatal Push. Of course, it's Malcolm.
Yeah, I had a feel. I don't know why. I just something about it was screaming Malcolm to me, but I couldn't like. What the fuck? Oh, that's Phil. Yeah.
2 Flash Creatures. Okay.
Well, one of those we can deal with. It's just Malcolm stealing the Monarch is somewhat
It's annoying,
but
yeah. I wasn't expecting it to be 2 spells.
Oh shit, that's really fucking good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, obviously, like it looks kind of horrendous, but I think like you have to put them on exactly like Malcolm plus GT for this to work out really poorly, right? Yeah, I mean, our play was better versus 4th arrowing this, but it was worse versus what they actually had, which is, fine. That's
No, leaving up push is better versus 4th anyways, I think, because they have trample.
Sure. Okay. Well, this GT is going to slaughter our board, and
well, if their last card does not affect the board here, our turn is still good.
Yeah. And yeah, obviously killing that makes sense. Killing the Noble Heart probably makes sense as well.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So then we play Minx and leave up Push off of
Yep.
Badlands.
Yep. So yeah, they have 2 cards, so we need them to not really interact with this turn. It can be like a lightning bolt. That's not actually the worst. I still like Minsk.
Yeah.
All right, so now.
I think I just plus on it, right?
Yeah, the shoot is also not bad.
Bad versus lightning bolt. It's actually no. If they had lightning bolt, they can just bolt the Minx with on the sack, so we can write lightning bolt off, right?
I think so. Yeah. I kind of like shoot.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. And
Also,
even,
if they bolt the boo, you can still sack your Sapperling to shoot the
yeah.
Malcolm, push the Fulia, and get the Monarch. Like, it's not a disaster.
Well, I'm just saying if they have bolt, I think they should always bolt the Minx with the boo creation
Yeah.
on the stack. But maybe some people don't know that. Get their Malcolm out of here. You death rate. Is there any scenario where I don't push this Thalia? Doesn't seem like it to me.
No,
Yeah.
we could sack a Sapperling to tax 2 of their mana is all I'm thinking about, but that seems whatever.
Kind of just don't want to risk anything because I think if we get the Canker Bloom,
that seems early.
Yeah.
But
well, I think they probably just drew a bad card off of it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. One more match with the Squee
Wait, one
deck.
more. Yeah,
And then
this
we'll
deck.
I think
first game to me showed there was some problems. I felt like.
Yeah, well, the problems I think got quickly revealed in that, like, if those 2 cards had been like real Magic cards, I think that game would have been relatively fine.
Yeah.
But like, obviously, at the same time, there are situations where Living Death will be the best possible card for you to like tutor for or whatever, right?
Definitely, but yeah, it's just like in format without a sideboard, it sure seems like you should just make sure all your cards are good almost all the time.
Just play the most like read
the
John
format's
Lewis,
really the format's going to be really combat driven. There's always going to be creatures, so like it's nice that like removal doesn't count as dead cards. That would make the format like way worse.
They kind of like put the clamp on basically like nonsense combo being great, right? With how the Bandos is constructed.
The clamp on.
No, that was a bad pun. Like they clamped it down.
Yeah.
It was a really.
I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Format too easy. I'm not sure I would say that, but like I don't know. Our opponents did some things that didn't really make any sense if you just think about it. Anyways, chat, thanks for being here on this Friday. We're just hanging out playing some I guess like best way of putting it, slightly more casual Magic. But kind of fun to like investigate a new format where you have no idea what's going on, although like I guess the games we played have all been like creature mirror-esque.
All right, I'm back.
We're still waiting for a match, so it's good.
Cool.
I'm going to export this other deck real quick, the Aragorn deck, and hopefully it has no illegal cards in it. But by illegal cards, I mean like cards that don't exist on this client. Are we live? Oh, nice. No illegal cards. So we got a bunch of white protection creatures, bunch of removal. Why do all of these decks play Hull Breacher? Is it like that good to play that card?
It's a pretty generically powerful card.
Sure.
It does line up poorly against like the 1-mana removal people would
Mm-hmm.
play.
I'm not sure about Mental Misstep, frankly, but maybe it's
Oh,
just
really? I think that seems great.
okay. All right.
Like,
I guess like misstepping the Yoshi is also pretty good. Like,
yeah,
okay.
like, just seems too good to not.
The Heat 01. They are Tamiyo, which means they could be Simic. Our hand is
Yeah,
fine. I would say it's not like amazing, but it's fine.
it's pretty bad.
Really? Are you inclined to
Good
mulligan?
morning.
I'm somewhat inclined to mulligan, given
Okay.
my like. I think I would mulligan of this in like the expectation of the power level I've seen in the format. But yeah, I guess the other side is that the consistency of these decks might be worse than I think they are.
I'm gonna not keep this one. I don't think
Yeah,
you can ever keep that one. All right. This is fine. This is exactly fine.
this is fine. So I think Unearthed Forest.
That's my inclination. Yeah. So welcome back, Sten. Thanks for the sub. Let me know if I should get a chest for you after this match, or open a chest. And obviously our play is very scripted. Next thing is they can't really kill our stuff probably.
Blue
Right?
green, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, this is when they like, sure. This is when they like kill it with something I've never seen before, and I'm sad.
Pay mana for Gataxian Probe, not play my commander.
That seems heinous.
Why would you just not play your commander? I would like to play our commander. Yeah.
Yeah, you could just play it.
Yeah.
03. Oh, whoops! I can't tap like that. Wait, no, I can't.
Oh, we played the wrong land.
Oh, I messed it up. Fuck. All right, I guess I'm Thoughtseize.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
I didn't even, because obviously we kept without the Windswept Teeth. I didn't even notice yet.
Okay, they have Reman and Lose Focus.
I have 2 counter spells.
I think I should take one of them probably. I should probably take Lose Focus and let them Reman my Minx, right? And just like cast it twice in a row. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was tragic. Playing the wrong land there, I think, is really fucking bad, actually. Like, I could have just Heathed for the Taiga or Taiga, not Badlands, obviously. But...
Can't believe they just don't have a Tamiyo in play. It's blowing my mind.
And they could be getting clues every turn.
Yeah.
Demonic Tutor.
So they only have Remand up this turn.
So I could cast the Tutor instead.
Yeah, you wanted to cast it before. I guess it's a little cute to play it before our lands, because they...
No, we took the Lose Focus, so it's just one mystery card, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to cast it before. They might Remand it.
Yeah.
Our commander is Slimefoot and Squee. Nice. Alright, I'll fetch Taiga. I don't even know what I want to get, like, honestly, but I think I have to cast
Do we need a second red?
Are you thinking Bayou instead? Second red for Fury?
Alright, that's good enough to me. We could also end up playing Minsk and something else in the same turn.
Yeah.
Alright.
Damn, I can't believe they remanded that.
I like that Demonic Tutor's not banned in this format. I think it's a good example of that card not just being inherently broken, as a lot of people seem to think.
What do I even want to get? Like, their hand is... This is where I would get something that hoses counterspells, but I don't have anything that hoses counterspells, right?
Yeah, so... Nothing in the graveyard.
Honestly, the options are not that exciting. Like...
My sort of, like, inclination is to find, like, the best 1-mana card we could possibly get. So that we have the option of playing our commander plus that, or if we draw a land, Minx plus that. It's like, their hand is almost all creature spells, though. Like, I almost want to get, like, Inquisition of Kozilek, but I haven't done, like, a deep look.
Could also get Lightning Bolt or Fatal Push in a similar vein.
Yeah, or Snuff Out.
Maybe it's just snuff out and let them like tap out for their stuff.
We know they have a Spell Skite, but yeah.
Tim votes Inquisition.
Oh, Vampiric Tutor is banned. I see your point. That is weird.
I think
okay. Vampiric Tutor.
Actually, I think we should take Inquisition in case we draw a land and want to force it through a counterspell.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I was actually thinking about.
Yeah.
I was having trouble enunciating it, but I think...
Because, I mean, if they just tap out for Spellskite plus Tamiyo here or something.
Oh, look, turn 3 Tamiyo instead of turn 1 Tamiyo. Okay, I guess that's like... Annoying. I mean, it's like a nuisance, but it's like only a delaying tactic.
Also, if we draw a land, it's not much of a nuisance. Wow, that's a great draw, but it's way too suspicious.
No, you can't.
Do you want to play our commander?
Is it better to do that and than play these two? I think it's better to play these two, right? Like just thinking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure playing the Slimefoot does very much.
It's kind of bad for Spellskite too.
Is it?
What's a 3/3? I mean, it makes Owens. I just mean like it's not.
Well, Cryptic Command is maybe a problem. Oko also may be a problem. Actually, maybe not.
I think it's either Oko or Spellskite.
I think I'm going to ignore the Spellskite.
Alright. I would just take Oko then.
Yeah.
I think this game could go on for a while, especially if they hit their 4th land drop here.
Oh, if they hit their 4th land, it's like kind of a disaster. Then I'll like have to pass and play Endurance. Yeah. But then like if they like counter bounce my elf and I don't draw a land, what the hell? Oh my god.
You thought they wouldn't have removal.
These are bounce spells! Our thing's not actually dead, but it might as well effectively be dead. Dang. Is this tempo?
Play Shadow Spear? Okay.
Okay, so they haven't drawn the 4th land, which is good.
Or out to a lands, maybe?
So if I chain this, they can replay it for 3, but that's kind of fine, right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just chain it. They have a Spellskite in their hands, too, so it's...
So this is like the last one we could actually use
real,
this.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering why I didn't get priority back when their thing was dead. Then it moved it to the zone. I'm just like, did my MTGO crash? I'm not used to that like waiting. What? Why is Tanglewire in their deck? I guess I'll float and play Endurance then.
Kind of cool with Tanglewire is kind of funny with
Tamiyo and the clues, yeah.
Yeah.
Am I targeting them for fear of Uro?
And Snapcaster, I think I would. Okay. It's not like it's that big of a deal that those cards re-enter their library.
Okay. Did I ever tell you the time where I was playing a vintage tournament in Baltimore and my opponent tapped their Trinisphere to Tanglewire? Then I just fucking killed them because their Trinisphere was the only thing keeping them from dying.
Yeah, I mean, their Trinisphere looks pretty good here.
Yeah, but not if you tap it to your Tanglewire and let your opponent cast their Mentor plus Time Walk, which kills you. Uro's banned. Okay, good to know. Oh, they can reality chip.
Reality chip.
I have to tap 3 things, so I should tap probably Elves of Deep Shadow.
Endurance. It's not mattering in combat.
And I guess Taiga?
Taiga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if I draw a black card?
Yeah, or maybe we just end up playing...
Oh, or cycle this troll, I guess.
Yeah, for a Surveil land.
Yep.
Black-green is in our deck. Yeah. Or black-red, but...
No, I think it's better to get a balance.
Black-green. It also... It's a swamp forest for Arbor Elf, too.
Nice.
It gives you more options.
I don't feel great about this game. Chthonian Nightmare seems completely useless again.
Yeah. I That card shouldn't be in the deck.
Tanglewire, huh? I have not played against that one in a long time. Also, there's going to be a point where they can just recast it off their Emery, which might be like completely miserable, honestly.
Yeah, we're kind of digging our way out of that being that miserable.
You're expecting a static or a winter orb as well? That would be not the most fun for me. I wonder if they're like secretly an opposition deck too. Just like the full blown.
I think it's
like...
just an artifact deck, which is why the Tanglewire plays well.
Emery Mishra's Bubble. We've seen this song and dance so many times over the years.
So I guess Elves of Deep Shadow Endurance.
Yeah. And just like cast my thing and hope it works, but like.
Yeah, I mean they have Cryptic in hand, so like waiting around doesn't seem that good. Ooh, that's awesome.
Which one do I put it on? Probably.
I think Stomping Ground or Taiga.
Sure. Doesn't. I mean, these lands are literally identical, so.
Yeah.
I guess like if
Taiga,
they.
in case they bounce your Taiga.
I was thinking that if they boomerang my Taiga.
Yeah.
But I can also just cast it and not untap my thing and just see like.
Yeah.
And if they play Miscalc, obviously I untap in response and like. Oh, nice! It got in.
I'm just plussing on the token, right?
I'm just making sure they can't spellskate it.
Yeah, they can't spellskate it. Yeah. Give my spellskate haste, spellskate it.
Equip Lightning Greaves, and then realize you still can't spellskate to it.
Still can't spellskate it.
I guess I just hit them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they don't have a lot of power, that's for sure.
What?
Right, yeah, I'm not surprised. Their deck's all bounce spells. Like bounce spells are kind of good with Tamiyo.
That's true because all you want
like a cheap commander that makes a bunch of clues, and you need to spend mana to turn into cards.
This game has been very. I don't know the right word for it.
So something I think is funny is that like. And it's kind of going back to it where I didn't think Demonic Tutor is any good, or that broken. If anything, I mean, not counting the Nightmare, which we surveilled, I would say Demonic Tutor is like the worst card we've drawn in this game. And that had it just been like a spell that impacted the board at like a normal rate of mana, like that might have just been better for us.
That makes sense.
But it was a 3-mana Inquisition. Like,
I assume you don't feel the same way about Tainted Pact because it's an instant.
An instant, yeah. Okay. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, this is just like Imperial Seal versus Vamp Tutor, like, right? Does this do anything now? Not really. Like, might as well just tap the Endurance and leave all.
Yeah,
although, like.
Oh, they have a Brazen Borrower up potentially,
okay,
so maybe just tap Elves of Deep Shadow.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
We have plenty of mana as it is. I think this is probably the turn where I should just cast this, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it depends on what we draw, but yeah. Yep.
And if they counter it, we can literally not cast it again. Never mind. Because I'll just cast it and see what they do. If they like counter bounce my boo, then I plus on. Maybe I just plus first and see if I can attack actually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Classic Cryptic commands and not pre-combating your spells.
Oh, I played against a lot of Cryptic commands in that standard format, and a lot with Cryptic command miss bind click. I think Ari and I had the same experience where we spent so much time losing to Cryptic command. When we finally got around to playing the deck, we were like, "Holy shit! This is what we could have been doing the entire time."
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Whatever. I meant to click on that, but
yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I didn't play. I don't think I really played. Like I was playing back when Cryptic Command came out, but not really enough for in any competitive way. But I did play like the era of Modern, where it was very normal to play 4 Cryptic Commands in a lot of decks. And I played a lot of that Modern, and I played 2 Grand Prix with 4 Cryptic Command in my deck.
And then we played the Grand Prix with Timur Urzen. We were citing out the cryptic commands because of Mystical Dispute. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
That's also why people played Future Sight and we played Frenzy instead, if you remember. Because one of these is much better versus Mystical Dispute. Yeah, back here.
Yeah, command zone. Yep.
We have so much mana that mana's our bottleneck, or mana's not our bottleneck.
I don't know. I lost in a PTQ top 4 to Future Sight and mostly just Abrupt Decay, and I think maybe the end result of that format was that Abrupt Decay was on the right side of what you should be playing.
Fortunately, we didn't have to do that. Oh my god, this is the nonsense. This is literally the thing that was in our deck as well.
This is, yeah, a lock, but...
It's very slow, and maybe we can, like, draw something to, like, mess with it.
We have, yeah, like, because we have a commander, there's things going on that don't make it completely over, because we also, yeah, just have things in our deck.
Abrupt Decay would be a good draw. Although, like, we would have to get past the Spellskite first. Yeah,
well,
I think we're.
But they're like taking combat. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, tap drawing us forever doesn't work. Like, it's not just like a thing that's
right. Mm-hmm.
This is kind of funny. It didn't really matter here, but aren't you supposed to press yes in case you draw Fatal Push and just legend roll out the?
Oh, and keep the new one.
Keep the 4/4 still. I just mean like you.
Sorry, yeah. I did not think about it, obviously.
Yeah.
I guess I'll try to attack them. Like, this is a lot of damage.
Yeah, I would just go to combat. Yeah. We have 5 mana to cast our commander still. We could just attack everything.
Alright, well. Let me do this.
Like, they have the Brazen Borrower, but they also want to use the Cryptic, assumedly.
What?
They pumping their guys? They just let that go.
Should I just kill their Emery with the Boo?
Then they can...
Oh, then Brazen Borrower can kill that. Maybe I just plus and play this? No, just maybe...
I guess we have no targets to plus. Oh, but... So, wait, but if you minus it, and then they... We could still kill Emery, but then we'll... What? No, then they're using their Cryptic command. You should minus Minsc and Boo.
Okay.
And see what they do. If they kill your Boo, we could just sack Endurance and kill Emery. And they can't... If they're killing our Boo, assumedly, with Cryptic command, they can't...
Well, can't they just kill it? Oh, actually, no, this is correct, because you just get so many resources if they don't do that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll draw 4 cards. If they want to flash and Brazen Borrower and kill Minsc and Boo, and we draw 4 cards, that's okay. I guess like a literal 1 mana unsummon again would be pretty annoying here.
Okay, so they're bouncing our Boo, right? Okay, that's fine.
That also means they can't bounce Mystic Sanctuary, by the way, which is like the block.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
just sack this.
We sack Endurance, kill Emery,
and then replay our commander, right?
Yeah.
I probably should play my land out to play around Days.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm always thinking about Days, even when I probably shouldn't be.
They could have literal Force Spike too, like.
Force Spike seems. Oh, I guess it's actually probably okay in their deck to play Force Spike. Oh, I can W.
Yeah, I would just want as many like positive exchanges as I could get with my mana in their deck, I think.
Remember when they didn't play the Tamiyo on 1? I would have played 100% paid too late for that probe. Alright, we somehow broken through the wall of counterspells.
Yeah, they have a bunch of cards in their hands, but they still... Alright, they finally found green. They milled their Trop, though, so like the Breeding Pool damaging them.
Yeah. It's not free. Breeding Pool is not free.
And I mean, we still have a Minx.
Minx is still really fucked up. Who knew? Alright.
Yeah, I mean, we're just plussing and going to combat with everything we can. Brazen Borrower no longer is... Oh, I guess they have the Shadow Spear, but they need to use like 3 of their mana to not be dead here, 3 of their mana to play Brazen. Oh, we have a Birds of Paradise too, which is super relevant.
Yeah, because you can chump exactly to leave it at 1 loyalty.
Yeah.
It's not good for them, that's for sure.
It's kind of funny because Slimefoot and Squee like reads like you should try to build around it, but like I'm not sure there's a better like Jun's commander that if it didn't have the last ability, is there even a better Jun's commander? Like it's just a lot of power and toughness.
I assume there's something that costs 4, but I think costing 3 is a real upside, right?
Yeah,
Like my actual assumption is you should
it
just
makes all the mana dorks
yeah.
really good.
My actual assumption in Commander, if you're going to play 3-color Commander, you want it to cost 3 if possible, right?
Yeah, I
Assuming
get your
like
point. Yeah,
like
well, and
yeah.
especially when you're a green commander, because it is like you get to build your deck with every mana dork that exists, and it always works.
Why didn't they play collateral plus borrower? And just like block with the
Well, I think if
collateral.
they fetch shocked played Coatl, they'd maybe be dead. So maybe they're trying to
I
surveil
see.
and crack
Okay.
a clue.
Snap.
That's great. Well, that's a great start. Oh, and now they can play Coatl. That's funny.
Oh my god, Snap is brutal here. If only I had something to kill my thing with.
So keep in mind, if they block Slimefoot and Squee here... Oh, okay.
So
Oh, they
they're
have a
going
Fading Hope
oh my
and they have Coatl.
god. No, they're going to
Oh,
Snapcaster Snap, and then, oh my god, everything fell apart real fast.
Well,
Maybe fell apart is an exaggeration, but...
it's not a huge disaster yet.
We still have a Sap Rolling to block with.
They had 6 cards, right? Like, that,
Sure.
it's not unreasonable for them to be getting out of there.
Wait,
So now what did they...
they snapped this one?
Yeah, what did you think they were going to snap?
I don't know, a token.
Okay,
And
so now they're not threatening the Mixkimbu once again.
so my assumption is they would snap a token and block with the collateral on this.
Yeah, okay, I see your point.
Yeah.
They should block Arbor Elf. Okay, they are anyways. Sure, and now we just play our guys again.
Doesn't really matter how I tap because I have 2 cards. Any 1-mana counters here?
On that, okay, sure. You want to tap your Taiga though? I don't know. It hardly matters, but
Now I will. Wait, what the hell happened?
you're good. You tapped it for red, and that's what you used to pay for it. Then you had the green floating over there. Yeah.
It just kind of confused me for a second because the red didn't show up.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's like they used all their things to survive, but ultimately it was a bunch of bounce spells and things that still aren't changing the board state, and they took like 2 damage. Oh, they dazed it to pick up the Sanctuary. That makes sense.
I have done that a lot. The blue-red, the Is It Delver mirrors actually would sometimes come to decking with the Iteration Sanctuary Daze stuff. Because you could like draw so many cards. Like me and Stefan played like probably a 45-minute match on MTGO in a showcase.
Nice. So I don't want to put counters on our Boo.
Yeah. I think we can just go to combat and see what happens.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess we're not threatening lethal through a bounce. See what we draw.
We are, right? If they bounce this, they take... Oh, no.
5.
Yeah, then we would just minus, right?
Oh, but then we'd minus and shoot them. Yeah.
But I think they're just going to tap draw here. Yeah, which makes sense. And
Sure.
then it's kind of
mana.
debatable what we should do. Wait, does this...
No, I would like to play that and sack it to Mixkimbu.
Very convenient. We just drew something that's literally lethal. Alright, minus. Do you know that this card is 35 tickets on MTGO because you can only get it from the commander deck?
Yeah.
Which makes sense, obviously. Alright.
Best of 3, no sideboard is very funny to me, but...
I actually think I should keep this, yeah. Like, it's actually excellent. If you draw... well, also, how badly does this card fuck them?
It's pretty good, yeah, but I'm just upset our deck has Diabolic Intent in it after talking about how Demonic Tutor maybe isn't worth playing in our deck.
But see, Jacob, if you sack a creature, that makes your Chthonian Nightmare better. Alright. Probably get Bayou. Oh, interesting. Does that change anything?
I think all it changes is that we get Bayou, but with that one, because the
Yeah.
Swamp Mountain is
Yep.
less restrictive
Exactly.
on what we can get later. But that's nice
Obviously, it's nice
to
to
draw.
immediately
Like,
draw
the
your
log
second
up
land.
to
Yeah.
land. It means we can play the halfling without fear, stuff like that. Yeah.
Joy at half.
Like, obviously, the Arbor Elf plus Wild Growth combo is pretty powerful, but we'd have nothing that important to do with our 4 mana, and threatening an uncounterable Grist the next turn seems really.
Yeah, that's a lot.
They also didn't play their commander.
Were they just trying to bluff us, or did they just forget? I
I
would
was
just
like so ready for this to get like for
force
something to
spike.
happen.
Force spike. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So am I getting battle? Oh, interesting. We drew another land immediately. So I probably just get Taiga, and this one gets Badlands. Doesn't seem like it. Does anything really matter?
Yeah, are we squeezing in Wild Growth?
I don't really want to. Like, what if they just like randomly spell pierce it? Like, it doesn't seem worth it to me.
Yeah, maybe that's what they have.
That would actually make sense, right?
It would make some amount of sense. Though then why wouldn't they still not play their commander? But I don't want to let them counter anything, so
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to play Grist. Even though it's complete nonsense for them to pass with a counter spell, because we could have just played an uncounterable commander this turn.
I agree.
Like, we
I mean,
always know. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, halfling seems incredibly good here.
Yeah. Well, I was expecting it to get unsummoned or something too. Like, just nothing happened.
Do we have other insects in our deck? Let's see what it would be like. Wirewood Symbiote, other Grist.
Yeah, or like a Haywire
Oh,
Knight.
so they had Malcolm. I see.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I still don't understand why you wouldn't. Like, you also just like can't face up. Okay.
Is that even bad for us?
Yeah, they have 2 non-basics also. Like, it's just not.
Also, we're gonna untap this one repeatedly. Oh, this actually makes me regret fetching this one.
I don't care. Like, whatever. It's such a. Yeah. It's not a card worth playing around. It's, like, it's just not a very good card, anyways.
Wait, did they attack us?
Does Malcolm not work on Planeswalkers?
Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
And they discarded Tanglewire because there's just no way they could.
Pretty sure I should untap that one.
So this is kind of.
I could get Aragorn Tomb.
They should get Swamp, right? We have basic Swamp.
Yeah, I was thinking if I wanted to Wild Growth that, but I guess Swamp is just better.
Well, you don't have to Wild Growth a forest. It's not Utopia Scroll.
Oh, right.
So you should Wild Growth your basic Swamp, and it's just busted through Wintermoon.
We could also, like, attack them, then minus to kill that. It seems kind of worth it to me to do that.
That deck has 2 Swamps. Nice.
Do I want to cast Diabolic Intent?
I would.
No, not really.
I would. I think you should play your commander and attack for 1 and sack the insect, not the Saproling, to kill the Malcolm. In some order.
That makes sense.
Like, I guess there's an argument to, like, because the Squee is uncounterable, there's some value to
sacking
having it up on a turn your opponent passes with counter magic.
But I can always
your opponent has no creature and is untapping 1 lands next turn, and this thing's just 4 power. And we didn't have a great play that involved playing Dothy.
Yeah, I mean,
like, we could have played Dothy and nothing else this turn. Which doesn't sound that appealing.
I think they're Omega screwed now.
Yeah.
I mean, we have an active Grist, we have Halfling plus we have Wild Growth through their Wintermoon.
Yeah, their Wintermoon is like a boom bust this game, which is just terrible. Like,
but I was told by Mason Clark that Wintermoon was good versus 4-color control, which no longer exists in Modern as a deck. I also don't believe that was actually the case, but. Alright, what land do I want to untap?
The red one.
Yeah, the red one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, they draw a card.
Alright, so plus Grist. Yeah.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I can play Do the colors work for me to play
It does.
Dothy? Yeah, because this taps that. So I should play
Yeah.
Dothy and Squee.
Yeah, so start with Dothy.
Yep. This game was a lot easier than that other one. Mostly they didn't do anything.
They also just skipped their turn 1. Like,
They also mulled to
again.
5, to be fair, but they also put all
Yeah.
these unplayable cards in their deck, so... Also, I appear to be getting MTGO lag, but... Alright, there it goes.
Oh, yeah, something I was saying is, like, when your commander is Tamiyo, it's just, like, not allowed to not play it on turn 1. Like, it doesn't matter what counter magic or what you have, right? Because it's just, like, 2 face up.
Right.
Like... it's a land that taps for red.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one. Probably it's the green one, because, yeah.
I don't think it really matters. I'm, like...
Yeah,
I think
all
this
I know is,
game
in case you
is...
draw a red card, I just want the one that makes
sure.
red.
I also think this is a game where I just never want to cast this into a possible counterspell, and, like...
Yeah,
it's
course.
pretty easy to, like, not do that because our position's so good. We can just, like, beat them down. We have nothing under Voidwalker, right? So we should just, like, bash them for 1,000,000, play both of these. Probably.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, they're blue-green, so we don't have to think about a sweeper at all, right? I mean...
They could theoretically...
One, but that's not even that scary.
No. We have a 2 and a 3.
And a bunch of tokens and a Gris. Like, they can take all 4 of our permanents with an EE on 1. That's also just all their mana in a turn. Like... Cool. Well, we milled Living Death. That was cool.
Alright. So we've won all of our matches with both decks, right? We're 4-0.
Yeah.
Effectively, but...
Lost a single game to drawing 2 completely unplayable cards in this Jund deck.
Alright. I actually want to take a 5-minute bathroom break. I think you probably want to as well. So
yeah,
we'll be right back, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for Jacob for being here as well. So we'll be back with the Aragorn deck for 2 matches.
I'm back, by the way.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just waiting for the ad to run out.
Okay, I'm just reviewing all the cards in this deck list to see how terrible they are.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm logging onto the other account because someone redeemed the open a chest. And I figure opening a chest on the coverage account doesn't really have the same feel.
Yeah.
Unrelated, have you done a lot of Boom Bro drafts?
I have done a lot on Arena.
Nice.
So only best of one.
I had a game where I made like 40 power with 2 cards. It was the Hardened Scale / Aspirant plus the Squirrel that forages to put a counter on
Oh, yeah, every squirrel.
So I'm just like, I don't understand what this is, but I'm doing it. I'm like, oh, I guess they're like taking like 45 damage or whatever. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, Captivating Vampire, Eyes of the Wizened, Soaring. So this might like date me. Well, it definitely does date me to a certain degree, but this was one of the most hyped cards versus fairies in that standard format, and it was actually unplayable.
I remember people wanting it at the pre-release when I was a kid.
Yeah. Did you know, like, to be fair, until Morningtide, fairies wasn't that good. It wasn't that good.
I think it was just mostly like a, the pre-release crowd wants not anti-blue mini cards.
Oh, yeah. Whereas I was like, hey, you all have cryptic commands for trade? That's the card I want. Also, Profane Command was good for a long time, honestly. Alright. Anyways. Back to this. Alright, what do we got? We got, Trunnion Nemesis. Haven't seen that one in a while. 4th Arrowing, I guess. This just looks like a really good cube deck. I guess you did bring up that point to me, where all of the decks look like good cube decks, right?
Yeah, it makes sense. And I think it also showcases, like, if anything, it's a lesson in cube, because cube is just really combat driven nowadays, and even though there's some sweet combos, those usually kind of stem from specific cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright. So anything... Mystical Dispute, I guess like you should just play it. It's kind of okay. Is Wash Away the Cleave? Fine. Yeah, it's the Cleave cancel that's sometimes
and it can counter really Commander for 1 mana. Okay.
Oh, it can. That's why you play it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, the way our games have played out, you think, like, countering a Commander does not sound very good. And obviously, like, Yoshimaru, yeah, probably not. But, like, the tax and the mana they already spent on it, like, you are just playing a 1v1 game, it's just like remanding your Aragorn, but it costs 6 mana for 1 mana is just really good. Like, not drawing the card, it's like they can't just realistically spend 6 mana again on their commander or whatever. Like,
all right,
same with even Slimefoot Squee of 5.
Oh, this deck already has Goblin Bombardment. Why am I confused? Oh, it's the other deck I'm supposed to put Goblin Bombardment in. That's right.
In this deck?
No, in the Yoshi deck for Johnny.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know.
So cards that stand out to me. Invert Polarity.
I mean, seems high variance is probably the best way of putting it, right?
Yeah.
The fuck is Pippin? Oh, interesting. Is Lightning Greaves actually good enough? It looks kind of bad.
It seems kind of bad.
Can I cut this Lightning Greaves, chat? And if so, what should I cut it for? We have all of the broken, like, Planeswalkers, like Teferi, Flage. I can't wait until they complete the Cycle of Titans. They're just going to print a blue-white Titan at some point, right?
No. There's not that many Titans.
There's white-red, red-black, blue-green.
Oh, like is...
Yeah. No,
yeah, right now there are.
Yeah.
There's only a 4th Titan that exists in the lore of Theros.
We can play
like
balance...
this wasn't like made up. There's just 4 Titans.
We can play Balance or Sunset Revelry, apparently. The missing
Balance does not seem... Balance is like a card you should play if you're an artifact deck. That's what it naturally synergizes with. I mean, or enchantments, but enchantments are a lot clunkier than artifacts.
We could play Sunset Revelry. We could also play the 2 white 4/5 in this deck, which might make more sense. The Beza.
Beza. Should our deck not have Skull Clamp? Is it not just like fundamentally broken with
How many
cards?
X1s?
I mean, I guess we're short.
Yeah, we have a Johnny.
Yeah, but like,
yeah.
Is it even a matter of X1s? Like, is the card just not broken just to like put on your creature and say, I'm attacking with my creature, do you block? Like, it's so cheap. Like,
sure.
But maybe I'm wrong.
Someone point out this deck doesn't have expressive iteration. Maybe that is a mistake.
Oh yeah, let's get that in there. Sure.
Is invert already good? Well, we can.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I cut instead? Oh no, it just didn't.
You haven't
go
cut
through.
any cards. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. Expressive iteration definitely looks correct in this deck, given what it's trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Also, this might be controversial. Is Torrential Cure Hulk not good in these decks just because it costs too much? But
it sounds too expensive. I mean, on a lot of instances, we should play Seasoned Dungeoneer. I mean, I don't know what's up with that. That card's broken.
Oh, what are we cutting? Probably this like shit card.
Polarity. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That is kind of weird that it didn't have. Probably people just don't like to play those cards. Although it has White Plume but not Seasoned Dungeoneer, which is more puzzling, right?
Yeah. Tithe is like a broken card fundamentally, right? What does it do?
So I played a lot with Tithe. What you can do is if you're even on lands, you can fetch in response cast Tithe and go get 2 planes from your deck and put them into your hand.
Okay.
I've played.
That seems fundamentally kind of broken, right?
It's one of my favorite cards lifetime that it's not good anywhere except for cubes, and I guess this is basically a cube. It also has really.
I'm surprised
weird
it's not
art.
in the Yoshimaru deck.
Yeah.
But I suppose when your deck has Thalia or things like that, it gets a little trickier.
I think Tithe is also worse than low curve decks, like generally speaking.
Yeah.
But, famously, the mono white, like way back when in like Mirage Box Standard, people played Tithe and would just intentionally miss a land drop, put 2 lands in their hand, and play Imperial Armor. Like unironically.
I have that World Championship deck in Cold Quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very funny. Anyways, I don't know. This looks fine. I have questions about this Denic
Falls, Meticulous Archive, probably no Elegant Part. There's all 3 Surveyor lands. I don't mind that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, maybe it'll be awkward sometimes.
Castle Ardenvale. That doesn't sound that good.
Oh, this one has Reflecting Pool. Can we cut this?
Yes.
Alright. Wait, where's the Castle Ardenvale?
It's not in there.
Okay.
Somebody was suggesting it. But I don't think you can afford a mono-white land after your basic.
I just want to put Ragran Triumph into a deck. I think it just makes the deck easier to play. Oh, I also spelled Ragran wrong. Yeah, it's funny. I was having this discussion after, like, obviously you and I talked about Nadu a lot last weekend. Then I just registered the wrong mana base. And a lot of my games were so much harder because my mana base was bad. Because I just didn't have the Howard Fountain plus Windswept Heaths.
Yeah, we already have 1 mono red land and like Arena of Glory. I was thinking about how like even Sokenzan doesn't sound that bad. Like,
but I think Arena's just a better land, right?
Yeah, because giving your commander haste is really good. Yeah.
But also giving like Seasoned Dungeoneer haste is like pretty backbreaking as well. Like there's so many any of the high impact like expensive things if you give them haste. Obviously there's the Flage thing too, which like will kill your opponent. So, yeah.
I think you want both Mother and Giver. They're just really strong cards.
Those cards are messed up. It's like, I mean, it's kind of hard to explain how messed up they are.
It's just they're 1 mana and they're like, even though Mother is way better than Giver, like Giver's still just really powerful. Like, like in cube decks that look like this too, I just want either of those a lot. I mean, you just want like any 1-drop that plays. Like, just being able to develop it for 1 mana is good, even. And they scale fine. Like, obviously they're best on turn 1, but you can squeeze them in on a turn you'd otherwise not spend a mana, and it's a really annoying permanent.
So, this might sound weird. Is this deck not supposed to just have Tamiyo in the main deck?
You can't play it because it's green.
Never mind. There's a very good reason you cannot play Tamiyo.
Yeah, you can only play it in blue-green decks.
Got it. Okay. That, obviously I did forget that part. obviously you
Yeah.
were right on top of it.
Yeah, Ajani is the same way, but we keep playing Boros decks. But yeah.
It seems like Boros is kind of just a fundamentally broken color combination in this format, which is not surprising because I think Boros and Vintage Cube is really fucking good too. So
they also like, even though it's only a couple slots in your deck, like Flage and Ajani are both insanely powerful new cards, and
yeah, I mean,
like,
I mean,
so like it's possible the ban list or the format hasn't adjusted yet to those cards existing. Like they are both Boros cards, and they really incentivize you to.
But I would just like to point out we have all of the 1-mana Punishers, like.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably just correct, but like, it is funny.
It makes sense too, because like, we don't have to cut the Spell Pierce, but like, there's so many creatures in this format, you know. So like, there's not really cards that exist that let you counter creatures for 1 mana besides Force Spike and Mana Tithe.
And wash away on their commander, obviously, which seems really fucking good. All right, let's just hop in and see what happens. Like, obviously we've won all of our matches, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, this format's kind of fun. It's just like signing up for cool cube decks.
Yep. Well, you can make sure that you have drafted all of the broken cards essentially beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh, this person is a old legacy Miracles player. So I'm wondering, Tamiyo is their commander. So.
Yeah. Well, our hand kind of sucks against Tamiyo if they play it well, but I'm not sure that's a.
Their nickname is Thomas the Machine, which is their last name is actually Metchin, so like T Metchin. They're from
I see.
France. I don't know. Like, would you mulligan?
It's like we're on the play. I don't think I want to mulligan.
It is obviously awkward.
Like
yeah.
Yeah, it's too high of a functioning hands, but
Tamiyo's brutal versus.
I mean, Tidebinder on the play is not that bad versus Tamiyo. If they just like attack, crack the clue, we're gonna get a volcanic island. We're gonna pass a Tidebinder. We're gonna force some kind of issue with the Tidebinder. Like, there's not like a path, but that's like we have a path out of the Tamiyo, and it only involves them getting 1 clue before they have to cast mana on their own turn, and then hopefully we just draw like a removal spell or something.
Am I supposed to play?
Like, it is funny. Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, if they just pass with mana up every turn with the Tamiyo attacking us, it's kind of problematic.
If anything, I have an interesting question for turn 2. Is it even worth passing with a counterspell versus just getting the blue-red Survey Land and playing it? We'll see what our draw step is, but...
Wow, our opponent played Tamiyo on turn 1. That's so weird. So weird.
Tamiyo seems like one of the best like commanders you could play, but obviously a big downside is the colors. What do you think? Because the Surveillance does not sound awful to me here.
And we're just going to assume they are not going to cast anything on turn 2, right?
Well, the problem is, by playing this way, they could. That's what sucks. But if we just go shock go, they're not going to. So it's a weird dynamic where, like, maybe it's worth it to not let them play anything, especially because we have a spell snare now. But also a Surveillance would be kind of nice.
I think I'm going to shock and hope they play a 2-drop and then cycle Lorien and then leave up Tidebinder.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it'd be nice if we could get it all, and our deck has a lot of flash creatures too, so like they might, you know, not just care about a counterspell specifically as much.
I have a suspicion this match is going to be a lot harder than versus the other Tamiyo.
Yeah.
I don't know, like anything. I can't come up with something specific, but yeah, now I probably just have to get Volk, right?
Yeah. That's definitely a downside of this sequence too.
It's okay. It was there all along, but obviously this turn I'm not really allowed to play that land. Am I stifling the clue?
No, I wanted to stifle the Tamiyo and eat it, if possible. Well, they didn't even crack the clue though, so that's not a good sign for us.
Well, they probably understand that, like... I think I have to cast this no matter what, right?
Yeah, it kind of sucks we have no follow-up, but... Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking back to our turn 2, and I think because like an untapped land would be so good here. Because if they counter this, at least we could play Aragorn.
Sure.
Why do people play Command Tower? Because it's a blue-green commander. It's just a broken blue-green card. I think.
Yeah. It's just a land that fixes 4 of the mana you need.
Yeah. Yeah. Tamiyo is a blue-green commander, and you can only play it in your main deck if your deck is blue and green.
That's funny.
This is still good for us?
Wait.
Are they going to draw a card? No, but that doesn't matter. Yeah. They got their clue, but this is a great, like, of all the things that could have happened here, that is fine.
I think now we're just, like, in the driver's seat, right? Like...
Yeah, now we have a 3/2 and infinite counter spells. I like that. I would keep it on top. Our hand is too good to not just, like...
I think if we, like, yeah, like, theoretically, I could, like, try to initiate and play Aragorn with Spell Center backup, which is...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But also the lands are good for Anchorage. Like, I don't know. They just do a lot.
Yeah, I mean, our hand's just 5 spells. That now that we have the board, our hand of 4 counter spells is looking amazing instead of terrible.
That was a really weird dress down.
My question is it even worth playing Aragorn? Like,
no, I don't think so. Not when they pass with like 9. Yeah. Like, I want to get them into a position.
Clues, but they have 7 cards in hand, so them just cracking their clues is also not that scary.
The question is, do I shock this in? I think I should, actually.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's fine. I think mostly it's because the deck we're playing against is not going to win by damage. So we might as well just take everything we have available to us. Yeah, we can use either Mana Leak on that.
I don't know which one's better to do. Oh, actually, it's probably...
I think normal Mana Leak.
Yeah.
Because this card being in their graveyard probably doesn't matter to them, and other cards might. Yeah. Mana Tithe that, I guess? Yeah.
Mana Tithe's always good. It doesn't matter what we Mana Tithe, right? Like...
Yeah.
Ooh, are they forcing? Force is legal, right? Like, I'm not just...
Yeah, I hope it's in our deck. We've been forced. We got forced already this today. All right, well, let's no moralize that.
Rats. Okay. Okay. Well, they did overload our mana, but now I guess I can play... Actually, I probably should play Parallax Wave and just give them 1 trigger, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What can I draw? Oh, I'm not drawing anything this turn anyways, so this is fine. Yeah. They did have the Force! I see.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Alright.
Pitch Snap?
It's pretty good.
Okay. Alright. Well, attacking doesn't do anything. I think they were hoping we would tap out for Aragorn, but like tapping out for Wave is somewhere for them. So if they ponder into a land, yeah, exactly. Yeah. They pay 3 to cast it, then they pay 2 to crack the clue. I'm not gonna not use my spell snare here.
Yeah. I think you should just We have a 3/2 anyways, so like this just means like if that resolved, they'd be attacking with Nadu, and now they just might not. Yeah.
Oh.
What is it? Yeah. Okay. So what does Aragorn do when
you become the monarch? So I think I should just oust this first and see what happens.
Yeah. Let's oust and see what happens. Yeah.
They hit a fetch. That's probably fine for me.
Pretty annoying if they counter this, obviously, because of how Nadu works. Okay, yeah.
I'll just cast this and see what happens.
Yeah.
Rats. Okay. That's, like, I mean, obviously it's not ideal, but... We're also 1 win off from rebuying it. We can Snapcaster Oust at some point, which is my primary...
Well, they might just play Nadu next turn, so yeah, they could just crack a clue and play it right.
Yeah, then I Snapcaster Oust.
Yeah, it's not amazing, but it is what we have to do.
They are at 9. Wait.
They drew a land, yeah.
Okay.
This is a little unnecessarily risky, I think, though, to do it in this order.
Wait, are they playing Murktide?
It looks like it, but
that's much better for us to oust, right?
Last card's Nadu, too, yeah.
Yeah. Snap. Okay, so I can't activate that. Well, I mean, I could, but it doesn't do anything. But I think I should still play my land out, probably.
Yeah, I think so. We have, like, Express Iteration and stuff in our deck.
We almost didn't.
Yeah.
Damn, like, bouncing or, like, repelling or whatever a Murktide feels so good because obviously, like, they don't really want to redraw it because it's not particularly good. Ah, look at all these banned cards.
Tamiyo. Alright.
Okay.
So now, see what we draw, I guess, but...
Huh. I think I should cast that, probably.
That seems way better than Aragorn, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how I tab.
Yeah, that and the red-blue lands. Yeah, this seems fine.
Chain Lightning, good. Arena of Glory, probably good.
Yeah, I'm wondering how good Chain Lightning actually is.
You're thinking you maybe just want to take both lands?
I mean, I guess it's just bad to, like...
I was thinking about Chain Lightning the Tamiyo, but maybe that's
Tamiyo,
just bad to do.
They get a Nadu trigger. Yeah, my concern is that it's just, like, too bad into Nadu, but obviously they could just, like, flip that buyback. Nothing good.
Spell Snare, which we don't care about.
It's kind of annoying. Like, the alternative is, like, because it's not even, like, 2 lands is bad, because it means we could surveil this turn, hold Arena of Glory in our hand.
Everyone's saying Arena's not lethal because it's cost 6. That's why I didn't want to, like, think about that.
Yeah. We want the Arena of Glory, to be clear, no matter what, but that might not be the land we're playing this turn. We might take Meticulous Archive to try to surveil ourselves into something else first, and then...
The real question is, how good is this Chain Lightning? That's really the question here. Maybe it's just not that good. Maybe I should just put the Arena in my hand, bottom the chain, and play the Archive and see what I get.
Yeah. One thing that maybe is nice about the Chain Lightning is that it could go face.
Yeah, but how are we going to get into... Like, they're drawing Murktide, right?
They've already drawn Murktide, and then they have the card in their hand is Murktide, yeah.
So my point is, like, how do we get in, like, 6 damage for some Murktide, right?
Yeah, with, like, a hasty Aragorn, and they attack with Tamiyo.
I think what I have to do is just, like, ignore this Chain Lightning, because I don't think it does enough for that reason.
I think now I'm kind of into keeping the Chain Lightning in our hands. I think it might be better than a Surveil.
Okay.
With what we're planning, but we're not casting it.
Right. So I put it in my hand, bottom the Archive, and play Arena, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure. Maybe we can just, like, find 3 points somewhere and, like, squeeze out a win.
Yeah.
I have no good attacks, so I'm ignoring the Tamiyo, right?
And I do not want to Chain Lightning it. No, they're just gonna draw a card, like replay it. Like, I don't want to make their next turn potentially better.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to maybe clear it as a blocker later, or like if
like once they're tapped out,
we can have a Lava Spike. Yeah.
It's always funny when it's just like you go to your white pad and you're like, oh wait, it's 0 damage.
Yeah.
No one can help it. Is what I've noticed. All right, so they have 1 unknown card, but they'll have a 4/4 Merc.
Yeah, we're just gonna play the 4/4. I mean, the 4/4 is pretty good here, so that makes sense.
This Tamiyo deck, playing from a slightly better player, seems so much, or a better player for sure, is so much more annoying. right.
So now we really have to hope they don't have a counter spell. Ooh, maybe it costs 1.
I mean,
Here's gonna cast this with haste and leave up a blue land. Yeah. Top 1. So exert. Red. And just leave a blue-red duel untapped. I mean, they're just dead if they have nothing. Again, we don't even have to target with how this works. Okay.
It does target, right? Oh no!
Up to 1 card, you can't block. So you want to say can't's done? You want to press done,
got
right?
it. Because I am the monarch.
Yeah. Because it's just like, I mean, now it doesn't make sense for them to have anything. Yeah. But
everything says can't block on it.
My thought is like, yeah, even though the chain lightning doesn't look like it had anything immediately going on, there's just like a world where they think maybe they're stable. They attack you back. We have like our restless anchorage and our creatures, and like I don't know. There's like a chance we punk them with it that seemed better than having a surveil.
We'll see expressive
particularly because with the Arena of Glory, it was going to be so hard for us to draw anything better than just hasty Aragorn and hope it works.
I think I'm mandated to keep, although obviously like Tamiyo's annoying.
Yeah. It just is what it is. I mean, their deck is like, they might have like the best commander, but their color requirements of playing it makes their deck quality somewhat worse.
It's just back. I think I should just probe first to decide what I should do. If they daze it, who the fuck cares? Like, damn. Remember when we could just play 4 of these in Modern?
Oh.
Wait.
Well, that was a great draw. They have a sink in the super, so they're not hosed.
I think I still want to kill it off.
I just want to kill it, yeah.
Off Sacred Foundry. I want to surveil with this later.
Yeah, you just don't want an island. I don't know what they could do, but
they can play Tarmogoyf. Oh, I guess the Tarmogoyf might be annoying. Okay.
Yeah, if they play Tarmogoyf, I'd really like to just daze it, I think.
So I get Volk, probably. By the way, last game, that EI could have been Lightning Greaves, and it would have been much worse.
That's funny, yeah.
It's literally the card we changed. So
yeah. It kind of was Lightning Greaves, though. It got Arena of Glory.
Yeah, but we also got
it was like a Lightning Greaves that also was a Chain Lightning, just in case.
Yeah.
They actually were almost identical.
So this is not a buff. Obviously, they have the miscalc, so...
Yeah.
Do I want to play that into miscalc and then daze their thing? I kind of do, right?
I think I'd be more patient on that.
Okay. Will you just play a top land Sego or shock in as well in Sego? Maybe shock goes.
I want to shock. Okay. I don't want to let them just play a... I guess memory lapsing the Tamiyo kind of sucks. But yeah, I would just shock.
If we lapse it and it goes on top of their deck, can they pay 1?
Yeah, it'll just cost 1. It's
like a normal card. That's kind of brutal.
Okay.
They're looking for a green source, I think. Obviously, if we had... Ooh. Okay, dang, they didn't miss.
And they didn't jam.
Okay, good. We drew a land.
Okay. Now we can play Dennick.
Because the days is...
Well, yeah.
Okay.
What are they... Like, I don't know. I don't really mind if they repeal it instead of playing Ice Fang Codal. I kind of just want to daze their Cryptic, is mostly what I'm hoping happens this game.
Seems kind of hard for them to avoid that, yeah.
But maybe we just daze this.
No, I don't think so. I think we can get the Cryptic. I can just replay it next turn. If I draw another land, it's like kind of good. Like if they try to if they try to Cryptic command this, it's so good for us, right?
Yeah.
So I think I should tap like this then.
Yep. Kind of obvious though, but
Well, I mean, I could just Spell Pierce as well.
yeah.
Should I use the Spell Pierce or the Daze?
You should use the days and hit
yeah.
your land drop, right?
Yeah. Delver players
And also we leave a memory lapse. Yeah.
Delver players always have the Daze when it's the most brutal. Yeah, we did not Daze Tarmogoyf this game, but we Dazed Cryptic Command, which is probably much better to Daze.
I mean, Tarmogoyf is still scary here.
It'll be pretty big, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's just a 3/4. Just a 3/4.
Fair enough.
They're still not playing it? Oh, they're gonna play Ice Wing and try to block, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
See what we draw, but that might be fine.
So we could Tidebinder the Ice Fang trigger, and then
I'm
the
okay
block
fighting over it with Tidebinder, yeah.
Yeah, because we also have Force of Will. So
Yeah. Well, also our Denic trading with it isn't a disaster, but
I think I'm just inclined to deny them the card there.
Yeah, no, I want to. Like if if they have nothing and the Tidebinder works, I'm very happy. It's pretty good to force it. Maybe the Spell Pierce maybe sucks.
I think it does by this point. We just have no lands. They have plenty of lands, right? Yeah. I was thinking if they had drawn Daze right there, we would have gotten obliterated, but so
we have Flage if they like replay Tamiyo. The only thing that's kind of annoying is that the Tarmogoyf is gonna kind of make things stable, but the Codal not having flying or whatever, like if we ever can just draw a land and Slime Aragorn, that's gonna be pretty powerful. Still, that over Tarmogoyf is interesting to me. I suppose it's doing a good job blocking, but
wouldn't the Tarmogoyf also be a good blocker because it's a 3/4?
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, like, I guess they're only interested in blocking for now.
So there's Tarmogoyf mystery card for them.
Yeah, so we're probably gonna Flage this turn. It doesn't let us cast Emperor, but
if I attack with both, what happens? They don't really have a good block, right?
My only concern is, are we ever playing Aragorn instead here?
If we play actually that
they
is
can answer our Tidebinder. That's kind of annoying.
But it's a Simic deck, right? Like how many? Like, and we know they have Tarmogoyf.
Yeah.
I think
it's just because, like, yeah.
I think I'm supposed to cast.
And then I don't want to attack.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to block the 1/1s.
Even though, like, we could like, oh no, that thing is when we had. Oh, okay.
It attacks. Yeah.
Damn, this card's really powerful. Oh my god, they drew Daze?
Their last card was Daze. That's brutal. Okay. That sucks.
But they didn't have Daze the turn before, obviously. Otherwise, I think our other thing would have gotten Dazed 100% of the time, right?
So now we can
attack, right?
I don't see what. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure attacking with the Tidebinder matters.
Well,
I guess it does. Yeah, okay.
You either attack with 0 or you attack with both, right?
Well, I don't know. They can put the 3/2 on the 0/4 and the 2/3 on the 0/3, but attacking with Denic just says we gain 2 life. And there's nothing they can do about it.
Oh, I see.
Like, we're not dealing damage. I just want to attack with Denic to gain 2 life.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Right, you're right. 0/4, I forgot that they can just, like, assign all their... no.
Yeah.
We choose to gain 2 life, which is fine. I think if we draw a white source, if it's a fetch land, I think it's super good.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they draw another card drawer, it's kind of problematic. Okay, that's not a card drawer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure that's what they want yet, but... Nice.
I think I play Flage and kill the Tamiyo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
if they play 5 mana Tamiyo, we could try to escape it.
We could. I mean, I think it would probably work. Oh, no
let's
thanks.
memory lapse that.
Yeah, no thanks.
Okay, well, we know it's coming.
Yeah, I think this turn
But if
I'm
our
supposed
Flayed resolves here, that's great news.
Does that change anything?
I don't think so. Like, the Flageon play is so good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm very restricted in how I can cast this thing.
You have to tap the white Sacred Foundry for white.
Right. Very clear how I'm allowed to cast this.
All I care about is Snapcaster, so it's either Chain Lightning or Memory Lapse. It might be Leave Memory Lapse. Hopefully this resolves.
If I would just kill the collateral just in case.
Yep, I would. Yeah, I don't think we have really artifacts or enchantments that matter, and
Parallax Wave is the big one, but like if I draw that,
okay.
I'll figure it out later. But
yeah,
I mean, also if I go Wave Go, they don't really have a good window to kill it, right? Oh no, they do.
They do, but that's okay. I mean,
it's fine.
I still think we should just kill this. It's a little safer.
Also, if I get to my next turn, I can just fucking attack them and kill the Haywire Might anyways, right? So.
Yeah. Well, but it's interesting if they decide to play out Tamiyo, because they could go, maybe the reason they kill Might is so they couldn't play Urza plus Tamiyo.
That's a good point.
That play's just not amazing, and it kind of is fine for us because we have this Teferi.
Yeah, if they tap everything out to play the Tamiyo, it's actually pretty good for us, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, they spun and hit a Snow Out.
Yeah, maybe that was the reason to kill Haywire Might, because it was pretty risky to let them spin. That was probably their best play they had, is to spin into something really good.
So what do I do now? They're at 14. Can I draw? It's pretty good, actually.
A welcome draw, I'm sure, yeah.
What do I do with it? I can Bolt plus
probably
Wumper. I assume their last card is just not good. Like, it can't be any good, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I can attack, deal 3 to Tarmogoyf, bolt the Tarmogoyf. And then they'll probably block 1/4 on 3/2. Then I can 1/4 put the counter there.
They wouldn't, though. They're going to put Wall of Blossoms on the 3/2.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Unless they want to chump with Wall of Blossoms. Maybe they do. They might chump with Wall of Blossoms. Okay, I mean, I think it's fine. Like, I think you should attack with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Target Tarmogoyf. Once that resolves, bolt Tarmogoyf.
I could also.
And then we might end up playing Teferi instead of Wimp post combat.
Sure,
but
I could also bolt Tarmogoyf first to see if it resolves. Actually, but what counterspell could they have for 1 blue? I guess it could literally be like Hydroblast.
Oh, yeah, but maybe it's like a mental misstep they haven't been able to cast.
Okay,
I'll bolt. Go and bolt first.
It doesn't really cost me very much. Like it's
bad. More likely they have like a mental misstep than like a stifle or like an unsummon or something.
But even if they have that, it's not that bad for me because I can just cast the Flage. I mean, well, it's kind of bad, but it's not like insanely bad. All right. Well, okay.
They could have Spell Pierce here. Like, I'm not saying it's likely. I'm just saying, like, it's in the realm of possibility. I would probably let them just take
and then
damage, not fight over their wall, and then play Teferi and bounce the Construct or something.
Yeah. I think it's kind of...
Teferi dies.
Yeah,
it's fun.
But I think it's kind of hard for them to, like, do enough stuff to contest our board, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a tap land.
There's a chance. If we draw a land, we might attack with Hall next turn.
It's true.
Particularly because they're probably going to send the Urza or Haywire Might. My guess is Urza, but maybe that's wrong at Teferi.
And all of
Maybe it
the...
just has to be Might.
What is this?
My guess was they're spinning and they tapped one too many lands.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, what's 4 mana?
But maybe they're thinking about using Haywire Might. Oh, okay.
That's a good answer to Flage, right?
Yeah, it's also 0 mana this turn because it's Urza.
Mm-hmm. Unless if they think their position's so bad that they have to, like... Oh no, they're spinning. They hit Boseiju, who endures, which we do not care about. And then... Now
They
what?
might just spin again. If their hand's been a blank... Well, but spinning again costs them the Aether Spellbomb, so that's actually... Yeah, not really allowed. I think they would just die. This makes sense. You can attack with this.
Mm-hmm.
Kill Teferi. And then just have Aether Spellbomb for Flage, beginning of combat.
I mean, we will go to combat and see what happens.
Yeah, the problem is with bouncing the Flage is then they can't, like, block with the Urza. So... Yeah, okay. I don't think it was worth using Hall.
No, yeah. I don't think it does enough. And now I'm allowed to just attack with both because they know, like... Yep. I mean, I could just play Aragorn this turn, which seems somewhat appealing, right?
Then they could take the Monarch from you, but... I was actually wondering if we were supposed to,
I could also just play land, say go, play Wemper, end step, and see what they do.
Do you want to just Flage the Haywire Might, though? It's, like, worth a mana, and you can still pass with Wemp. I know it costs us a Surveil, but...
I don't think the Surveil... Like, we have enough to do that that doesn't seem like it really
They know we have the Flage. Like, they're not going to play into it terribly. You also could just shoot them in the face, and... But... Well, they can't sack the Haywire Might, actually. They have no targets right now. Or, yeah. Because, like, a Surveil land just means you're threatening to kill them with Flage.
That's actually probably better. To just dome them for 3. And, like...
Yeah.
I mean, and also in a really long game, we could just, like, threaten it and not ever use it. And then they have to, like, leave up counterspell every turn.
Yeah, like, they have a lot of cards in their deck that give them targets for Haywire Might, but that's kind of still better than having killed the Haywire Might, potentially, except that they have a mana. Why are they playing their lands so fast before spinning Urza? They could hit a land off it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of questionable, but... Alright, so they're actually playing Tamiyo just as a blocker, I guess.
They probably need to instant speed the Urza to hit a counterspell on Flage to not be dead. Is probably...
So should I play Wemper then?
Why they're playing this way.
Or should I still fetch a Surveil land?
I think playing Wemper is fine, because, like...
Yeah,
I like it, yeah.
If they hit a counterspell, that's fine. Then we just escape Flage and try to kill them.
I don't know if they play the stupid Winter Orb or whatever, if maybe Winter Moon, if, I don't know, if a single basic Plains is going to matter, but it's not the worst idea to get one, maybe. Like, is it really that much worse than Tundra when we have 5 blue sources?
That's the thing I was thinking about. Do you think their deck plays Harbinger of the Seas?
Yeah, it could too. That would be a much better reason to justify getting basic Plains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just might as well.
Damn, it really defaulted to the ugliest versions of cards for me. This is not what I would have chosen, but, you know, is what it is. Just a idiot, I suppose, right?
Yeah. I guess the only issue here is, yeah, the Haywire might gaining them life is kind of annoying, but...
What does that do? Doesn't seem like it... Oh, I think what I should do is just make a 2-2 and say go. Probably. Because I don't... Well, it doesn't look like I can really make very much progress, right?
You don't want to play like Aragorn?
I think that's like the worst play if they hit any counter spells, right? Like,
Not really. Then you just put it into your graveyard and.
well, I guess the other thing is that better than just like trying to bounce Tamiyo, play Borrower End Step to kill them with?
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. I forgot about like the half of Brazen Borrow where it's a 3/2.
All right, so we're just gonna chill and do that play probably.
This seems fine. Yeah. Yeah, but the problem with the counter on the Tidebinder is the Tim is then they would like chump with their Haywire Might, and we kind of don't want that actually.
Yeah, I think it's better to just leave the board as leave them at 3 and make them have something that actually progresses their board in a meaningful way.
Most of the time, this spin does not matter.
Hit Murktide Regent, which is like kind of the worst one to hit off of that in many ways. Because I think drawing it would actually be.
So do you want to bounce it now?
No, because they can just recast it, right?
All right, but then they can gain 2 life, but maybe that doesn't matter. I guess then they could block though. It's kind of a lose-lose.
But I see. They might not even do that, right? Like, well, I guess they're just not going to tap out. No, I think I'll just let them do it. I mean, I see what you're saying. I wonder if they'll even attack, though. They might just not attack.
Yeah, that's true.
Their cryptic commands accounted for it, but they could draw Snapcaster.
Yeah, we have Denick, though.
Oh, right. Never mind. Although that does, like, weirdly hose our thing as well.
Our own Snapcaster, yeah. 33.
I mean, our life total is completely irrelevant this game.
Yeah, obviously. They don't really care that we're at 33 either.
They drew.
That's kind of fine for us, yeah.
Am I supposed to cast anything in response?
I don't think so, because we don't know what we need to bounce yet.
Yeah. They might play another permanent that's like actually harder for us to beat. Okay. What do I bounce now?
Do you want to bounce Urza?
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that crazy. All right. Spin. All right.
Yep.
They hit Oko, Thief of Crowns, which does not do it.
That'd be nice.
I thought their deck was so many more counterspells.
Well, it's still, even if their deck's like
Force
20%
Spike
counterspells, yeah, a lot of them don't work here either. Yep, they got us. All right.
That was kind of weird. I kind of thought we were in trouble with games. Then I think our card quality kind of overpowered them.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was saying. Where it's like Tamiyo's really good, but their deck can only be so good.
All right, how about we play one more match and then call it? Hopefully, it's a fast one. That one kind of dragged out.
Yeah, that was kind of cool though. That felt like there's a lot of maneuvering.
All right, well,
is that the 5-color one?
It is. I played a bunch of Niv to Light and Pioneer recently, so obviously I'm keeping this hand like.
Yeah, obviously the Windswept Teeth is actually just like a white-blue duel, but
it's
still fine.
Well, we have Aragorn Triumph in our deck. I added it.
Oh, we do have Aragorn Triumph if we want. Yeah, it's so likely to be just unless we force spike them. It's so likely to be a meticulous archive though.
I agree. And obviously I want to play it on turn 1 because I don't want to be defenseless for no reason because my hand.
The thing is, like, what would they even play in a Niv deck that we'd force spike? Like, I guess we'd force spike a Birds of Paradise.
Waterlogged Teachings.
That's a land you can hit off Niv-Mizzet.
It's true. I think I should get the Surveil land because I want to get another land. Yeah.
All we want is land drops. Yeah. I don't want that. Yeah, we have a flash creature already.
Yeah. We have Yuta. Yuta seems pretty damn good. All right, that land's fine. All right.
Yeah, we're a little.
This matchup seems like it should be good for us, assuming they're like a clunky 5-color deck, not like Domain 0.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell.
That's a commander that wants Cavern of Souls badly.
Oh yeah, probably.
Oh, let's just cast Do you want to just draw the card off Mastermind? I know it's awkward,
Oh,
but
yeah, no, that's actually better, yeah.
it's like we both cantrip with our things. If they end up trading, that's fine. But we also just don't have to trade. We can just sit here.
I think I just let it sit here and assume that I can
Like
clean
we
it
have a
up.
Fury. Yeah, like eventually we're just going to hard cast
Oh,
Fury.
nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm drawing
Okay.
lands.
We can just sit here. Oh yeah, also the Fairy Mastermind is like a threatening thing to activate.
Yep. Because if they ever pass on a turn with 7 cards in hand, we can just activate it. We get 2, and they have to discard a card, right?
Yeah.
Did you play a lot of the standard for one of the standard RCs where Fairy Mastermind was heavily played? I don't remember.
No, but I mean, we both played the PT, where I'd say it was a pretty played card. Or Esper.
Yeah.
But well, because hasn't there only been 2 standard RCs? I played the first one.
Yeah, that was San Diego, right?
Yeah, and the second one was Dallas, which I was gonna go to.
Then you skipped,
But then
and
my flight got canceled. But Esper kind of died out by the time that RC happened.
Yeah. And then it worked. Well, that RC was kind of irrelevant to you, anyways, which is kind of nice.
And Dallas was right before that set.
All right, I think I should just play this.
Yeah, I agree.
And I can basically counter almost anything they play, like on the next turn cycle. Fable. The fuck is this? Sure. I guess that's like good versus Flage, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect Niv-Mizzet Reborn to have Queen to Dust in its main deck, but
yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of cards that.
I mean, I was not really.
Deck.
I was not expecting this one. Wow, this is the best land in their deck by so much, right? Okay, that's
sure.
Fine. Do you think I like discard some of these like tax encounters? Probably. I should probably just yeah.
I don't even want that card in our hands. I think we should discard Flame Slash and one of the tax encounters.
I'll discard Force Spike because I think they're more likely to play
Plateau. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's also just like the Plateau can tap for one of these.
I can portable hold that.
Well, let's surveil.
Yeah. I think we are past the point of needing that land.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking about how good like casting Fury with 1 mana up could be, or stuff like that, or casting Aragorn up with 2 mana. But we could, it's okay. We can just ditch it. It's fine. I think you should ditch it. I think a lot of the time you'll just end up finding a lands when you want one anyways. Do we even want to portable hold that?
I feel like I do. I feel like I just want to put a little bit of pressure on them.
Yeah, you're right. It's a good turn to do it. It's just funny because we have the Fury in our hands, but
I don't think we'll find a lack of Fury targets if I had to guess. But
yeah. And you're right. I think just starting to hit them is kind of nice because now they'll play into our counter magic, which is starting to expire. I kind of want to spell pierce that.
I think I do too, because I just don't know. Like, what if they just like get some cheap card that like avoids all their stuff? Obviously, like if they just played an expensive card, I would be totally fine with it. But you don't know what's going to happen with that card. Play Niv. All right. Well,
that's fine. Yeah.
I think they're going to get a 3-drop and play into our Mana Tithe. If I had to guess.
Hopefully, like a Fable. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right about Demonic Tutor. It has felt like fine, but not amazing in this format.
It's just your deck can like. What the next best card you can play is going to be the worst card in your deck, except it costs like 2 less mana than Demonic Tutor, which is like always the best card in your deck, but for 2 extra mana. Like, I don't know, the cards just aren't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I really think Demonic Tutor is just like obviously it's broken in like formats where you can combo, but like if it were legal in Pioneer, like it would be really good in Lotus Field. or whatever, but it's just like not good with. Yeah, it's just a combo card. Like you have to convert the 2 mana you're down into instantly winning the game. But all these decks are just about board presence and things like that.
Tutor is good if you have a 1-card combo with your commander and not really otherwise. Dream Hall is Atraxis. Yeah, that makes sense. Got it.
And it's because like Bring the Light is like an example of a similar card that sees a lot of play, but Bring the Light gets like a 7-drop or an 8-drop or 5 drops. And then sometimes you get like the right thing, but
wait, what's the 8-drop Bring the Light gets?
The thing that is like Dune Blast.
Oh yeah, people stop playing that one though. Yeah,
okay.
I see what you're saying. Deadly Vanity is the card, I think.
Yeah, Deadly Vanity.
What a good name for a card, by the way. Such a good name.
Fable Flip. Yeah, unfortunately I don't want to cast any spells, but that's okay.
It's fine.
Did they get like a good instance? That would be pretty annoying here. Like a 2-for-1 that they could cast.
I think they're going to play an expensive card next turn, is my suspicion. I want to play this land out. I don't want to cycle it. Yeah.
I bet they got Call Against Commands. That looks amazing here. Okay. I'm surprised.
They could always cast it on their turn instead, because they're thinking about Blades or Force Spike or whatever.
Yeah, but...
Oh, that also makes sense.
We lose both our guys, and they discard a card. And activating Fairy Mastermind's no good in response to balance. That's kind of nonsense. I think this just happens, right? We lose both our guys, they discard a card. It's 2-for-2.
Yep. It seems... I mean, obviously I would prefer it not to happen, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Makes sense for them to tutor for that here, though. Like, obviously, like...
Sure. Yeah. Well, especially if we like played another card, but...
Does it actually make sense? I guess... They discarded a land, so I guess that's fine. I'm just going to play Aragorn with Remand backup, right?
Yeah, I agree. Maybe
does that
we're
change?
Waiting now.
Yeah, I think I should play Hole Breacher and just hope they play some, like...
Yeah, I agree. We have... Because, like, not that good to, like, remand our own Aragorn, let them untap and play Niv-Mizzet. It's kind of unfortunate, but, like, we really need to pressure to, like, resolve the Aragorn first, I think.
That's fine.
That's fine.
If they escape it, we actually obliterate them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like obliterating them to remand it, but...
It's pretty good, yeah.
A couple lands that don't tap for it, at least, so...
Well, no, if they escape it...
Yeah, but then they, cast
it right, it's not flashback, you're right.
Yeah.
I forgot for a sec. But it's pretty good. Sylvan of Light... That seems better to me to cast than anything else. Than the Aragorn, right?
I agree. It also gives our Hole Breacher Ward 1.
Somehow, I don't think that's going to matter very much. I actually should have created... Oh.
Wow, it actually would have mattered a lot to pre-com, but not really.
No, they would just pay one, right?
Yeah, they would just pay one.
I guess I let this happen in my whole...
This happens.
Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate.
It's okay. Like, it's just a removal spell for Hole Breacher. I guess it leaves them... I guess the Bowmaster is actually pretty annoying with the Svaleon.
Well, I can cast Fury the turn after, so I don't think it's that...
You want to cast Aragorn instead? Oh, but then they're going to get a token immediately and take the Monarch from us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So probably not.
Yeah.
This seems fine. I can cast Fury next turn, assuming... Wait, they have 2 lands that don't tap for Flage? So they would have to tap all 4 of these, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Flage isn't even that good here. Okay. I wonder if we're supposed to play that card in this deck.
Seems kind of good, actually. Because our mana
we have a bunch of 1-mana spells, and it always works with that. It's not like you have to pick, like a Talisman could be incorrect, because we have blue spells, red spells, and white spells all at the 1-drop slot, like almost equally distributed. And obviously those types of cards have like big diminishing returns. Wow, we got to Mana Tide this thing. I can't believe it.
Mana Tide is always good. It's because we discarded Force Spike, 100%. It's 100% because we discarded Force Spike, right?
Yeah.
I think I just attack them, let them have a token, and see what happens. I think like
Yeah, because the Fury will clean up the... Like, the Fury can clean it all up after the fact anyways.
look
I
Exo.
guess
You
they
just
can block, but who cares, yeah.
Exo. You just have to know how people think. If you discard 1 mana, 1 Force Spike, there's no way you could have the other one in your hand. It's just impossible. Oh, I guess it. But they have Cling, right?
Yeah, but that's a lot of their mana. That's also a good one to remand.
Yeah, it's actually the same as remanding Flage, I think, right?
Yeah. I also don't want to let them chump the Spile in here, I think, so.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah. Because, like, obviously them getting the 1/1 isn't that big of a deal, but it's them, like, gaining 3 life for no reason, I think. And if we draw a land here, we could just escape right now, too. That's a little bad, I guess, into them just recasting Niv-Mizzet.
Alright, I don't want to do that.
Oh,
also, I can't do it.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, also, this card's, like, kind of... Just drawing any counterspell here, I think... Just
Yeah,
drawing
no.
counterspells for the rest of the game, I think, is pretty good, honestly.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Valen should be in cube.
It is in some cubes, right?
Yeah, X-Whale. All the decks in this format are just, like, imagine you're a cube deck with every legal card you could play, and you're just trying to, like, build the best one you can. Well, I guess we just have to remand it, and then they're going to replay it, and that's going to suck, but...
Then I can kill it with my Flage, right?
Yeah.
Well, assuming they minus on that, which I think they should. Holy shit, we actually did draw every counterspell, but...
It's not bad, though, if we can draw... Oh, no, we don't even need to draw land.
No, we're fine. It's obviously vaguely annoying, but it's really just a minor nuisance.
Boros gut deck.
Yeah, we played a Boros deck earlier, but I just copied like some French list. It was fine. Yeah.
You want to shock?
Yeah.
Just days. I don't know.
Well, also because we have loose focus, right?
Oh, right. It's a better counterspell to have up. Yeah. You probably need to tap one of these lands for white. Yeah.
Creatures can
creatures and Fable and lands. Yeah, Philia, yeah. Okay. Because we have a Murktide region in our deck too, right?
I assume so. I didn't actually check, but
pay, yeah.
Ours is
we can't fight over this, obviously. It doesn't matter.
Well, so why would you fight over a Force Spike?
Yeah, we would. But
this reminds me of when I saw Daze spell snared in Legacy. I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Just like, why did we spell snare a Daze when you could have just paid for the Daze? No, I think this format's like pretty enjoyable if you're like a spiky like competitive player and you want to play like something that has a little bit more variation in gameplay. Because like
I think I would rather it be best of one and faster because you're just like not sideboarding. Like,
yes.
I know the sideboard commander rule is cool and best of 3 reduces variance, but it's such a goofy format, and you don't have a sideboard. I think I'd rather you just play best of ones and just get in more games.
What the fuck is this? That's not fantastic for us, honestly, but I guess we will counterspell it.
Yeah, it can Flage target itself. I mean, we're countering it. It does. Yeah, that part doesn't matter.
It can, yeah.
Okay, well, the good news is, if we don't draw a red card, and their play was to Fury our Flage, then we're just starting our turn with a Fury in play. But it's really bad if we draw a red card.
Okay, we didn't draw a red card.
I mean, this turn can't be that bad for us. They can counter one of our own spells and not attack with Flage, or... like, I don't even know what's better than that. I feel like just counter one of our own spells and not attack with Flage is their best turn.
Right, because that gives them the option of resolving Niv-Mizzet the turn after if we draw nothing, which is probably correct.
Yeah, but they're going to go to 3. But, like, is it really that better for them to kill our own Flage, us Fury it, and us have a counterspell? I don't think so.
Yeah. That
I think
seems pretty bad for them. Honestly, Emrakul 13 was probably the best card for them to have in that spot.
Yeah, it's probably counter our own Fury, in fact.
Probably.
Just because it could give us the ability to...
What?
Well, they didn't leave a blue-blue.
This seems like the worst possible outcome for them.
Yeah.
This actually kills them, I think.
I mean, yeah, they're just dead now. I think they meant to counterspell this, which I don't agree with, but that would have at least been like a reasonable play.
How about you die?
Oh, well, okay. Okay, I mean, I don't think they intended to do this, but
No.
for what it's worth, they could draw something on our end step that, like they should shock themselves and hope that we have a card in our deck that kills both our guys or something, and maybe that's just a better play than the alternatives, because the alternatives, they were pretty dead. But I don't think, obviously, with their chat message, I don't think they intended on this.
I responded with RIP. Because obviously the intent is clear. The execution was not very good, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was something.
Right. We do have a Murktide in our deck. Okay.
Alright. It would seem insane to me not to play Murktide in this deck. I actually am low in Murktide in most cube decks because I think it's just hard to have enough like instants or sorceries. But
also, Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time are banned, which is funny. But...
yeah. This is not the best versus them actually, but I think I should still keep.
I think you can keep this. Yeah, it's.
I just want to draw counter spells. Like literally, it's very clear what I want.
But we have decent mana, and
I can play a threat on turn 2.
Flash.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Well, great.
Which land should I play?
I think you just play this on blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's worth being able to like spell pierce. I don't know if they play like 3 visits or Nature's Lore, but I would absolutely spell pierce one of those. That seems like a card cards they could play.
Okay.
Those cards got a lot better with Surveillance. I added them both in the cube.
All right. Wow. This is like pretty transparent what's going on here.
Yeah,
but
that's all right. I mean, we have a flash creature. Also, we drew like 2 amazing cards from our hands, so now our hand looks pretty good.
You mean from 0 counterspells to 2 when this is a matchup that like basically you get counterspell checked basically like turns 5 through 7 or whatever, right?
Yeah, and just like the way the deck plays out is, I think that if they don't kill this on their end step right now, there's a decent chance it's just gonna like let us be in the driver's seat. The Arena of Glory is also really good.
Yeah. I also love so good with Aragorn. How this deck has a million random falters in it that just kill your opponent, which is kind of funny.
I have Arena of Glory in my cube, and I don't have Aragorn right now, but that combination is pretty potent that it's making me consider re-add Aragorn. I would spell pierce this, I think. It's just spell piercing their mana seems like a good thing to fight over.
This is Anurag's favorite card that is so unplayable in Modern. It's so fucking bad, and
now there's Savine's Reclamation, so I don't even think you have an excuse to ever play that card again.
Oh, Savine's Savine's is the actual Anurag card, but at least that card is like okay, huh?
Do you want to just lapse this and play Aragorn?
Yeah, just get in a big attack, and then like we're contesting them by so much. Like, what were they gonna do? Like, situation is not very good for them.
And there's not really one man. I mean, I guess they could. They do have Force Spike, and they might have Mana Tithe, but it's. I don't know if we need to haste it. Do we? Is exerting our land good?
That's a good question. I think I'm going to exert.
Okay, we don't have double white as is any, but I guess we could like use Lore Revealed into white.
This is correct, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you should just haste it.
I think it's just like overthinking it not to do that.
Yeah.
Done. Also, I'm not going to give them credit when they mold to 6, and like their mana doesn't necessarily always work to have Force Spike on curve. They like might just have bottomed it. Yeah.
It's not even that bad for us. Like the difference between it being exerted or not is not even that bad for us. For Aragorn got Force Spiked or something like. It's all pretty similar.
Alright, now, like, I hope to draw another counterspell, because that would be incredibly good. That's not it. I can fetch a Surveil land.
Let's just play Marsh Flats and attack. Right?
The question is, should I Surveil before the Monarch trigger, right?
Yeah, I was just also wondering how good it is to play Parallax Wave here.
Interesting question. I think I would rather surveil, but
Fine.
I
But
don't.
I think I agree then if we're gonna yeah, then you should
Yeah.
surveil first and yeah.
I guess technically I should put the Monarch trigger on the stack, but that's is mostly the same, right? And
Yeah.
I want a blue source, I think, right?
Okay, so hold on. We're still on our second main, right?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, what if they had like Orcish Bowmaster here and we didn't play Parallax Wave? I don't know. Maybe that's overly
Oh.
scared, but
No, I think you're
I just
right.
don't think it's like that bad to play the Parallax Wave here.
Sure. Okay, I think you changed my mind.
And they could have like a flash flyer. I don't know. Like, it just seems like we get to play around so much here. Sure,
Okay.
it's like annoying, but it's not the end of the world.
No.
Like I know they get to play their Niv, but we have the Parallax Wave still for it, and they also can't block Aragorn anyways. We don't even have to commit to pre-combat Parallax Wave. Red, green, white, black, blue. Okay, yeah. All right.
So
It's
we can just recast it with haste if we want to.
Yeah, if we want.
Oh, but they're going to play Niv now, right?
Yeah. So we have Monarch, and we could just resolve Parallax Wave, and
that's
then it's
probably
really hard
harder,
to take Monarch.
Yeah.
Unless their last card's Force, and they hit a multicolor blue card or something.
They get Minx and Boo only.
And that's it. Okay. Well, Parallax Wave is really good against that.
All right. Well, I guess I just play Wave, play a top lane, say go, or maybe I want to surveil. Yeah.
Yeah, play Misty. Don't surveil with the trigger on the stack because we could just draw a 2-mana spell. But
wait.
We have a Taiga in our deck.
Or you mean
Or not? Sorry, a Tundra.
Should I? What if I draw the Tundra?
Then we don't need. Oh.
No, I'm thinking about this.
Yeah. I think we can't. I don't think swinging our fetch like that's any good. I mean, you could argue playing Hollowed Fountain here is correct, but.
Well, the question is, do I want to leave Mana Tithe up this turn? Right.
I do, but I don't want to fetch. I don't want to play around that by fetching Tundra. That seems worse than just shocking the Hollowed Fountain.
I think I might just shock Hollowed Fountain, is what I'm saying.
That's fine. Yeah. That play seems fine to me.
Yeah. All right.
But you probably should tap. I think you're tapping both the white-red lands for your white here and leaving up Sulphur Falls, and yeah. Yeah, okay.
In case if I draw literal counterspell, yeah.
Yeah.
I think our position's still pretty good. Like, their hand is just only Minx and Boo and one unknown, right?
Dead card, yeah.
Oh, I can like even discharge with the trigger on the stack.
Boo, yeah.
Yeah. Big money, no whammies. And they milled what? We both found discharge on the same turn cycle?
There's just I mean, it's funny too that card sees play because there's just not like another card that after Lightning Bolt that's like an instant deal 3 to creature or planeswalker unconditional.
I think
okay.
I think I'm fine taking
this. We have the Monarch.
Oh, never mind. I'm not. Okay, you're
okay.
Right. You're right. You're right.
Like...
No. You're right. That was the point of this, right? To maintain the Monarch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops! I was almost about to just like let them screw me, I guess, which would not be great. What? They didn't play their Minx out? What does that mean?
Well, it's just terrible to play it, I think, but...
Ooh. I think I just want to play Teferi this turn. It cuts off so many...
At some point, we need to care about killing them, but... I guess Teferi Plus is pretty good because it gives us the Prismatic ending up too.
Sure, I'll tap this.
We can Teferi Plus. We'll see what they do in response to Teferi, I guess. I guess if it's nothing, then that's really good.
Snapcaster Reprieve, probably? Then I just portable hold their Snapcaster and let carry on?
Yep.
This Swage is not getting escaped anytime soon.
Why is that?
Because now they're down to 5 cards. Exactly.
Well, but that still could be sometime soon.
Look, I was exaggerating for comp effect, but also I don't think they
Okay.
want to do it into the
With the Parallax Wave in
yeah
play. Yeah.
That's probably the real reason that it will not be anytime soon.
Yeah, we're in like a little bit of a like we don't want to stay here forever, obviously.
Yeah, but I think we'll draw
But we
some
can
way
get
to kill
like this
them.
card off Monarch, and that's nice because it can threaten lethal later.
Probably the fastest way for us to kill our opponent is probably Flage, if we draw it.
Well, the hasted Aragorn is very
Sure.
fast.
That's true. Black red. What?
That is very nice.
It's at random?
No, it's not. It chooses an opponent at random, and then they effectively Council's Judgment but destroy one of your non-land permanents.
So they're going to kill Parallax Wave.
They're going to kill Parallax Wave.
I can't do anything about this, really. I guess it happens, right?
Happens. Yep.
All right. War dies, huh? That's a lot. All right. I know they have Minx, but I just wanted to reset. They have a Flame of Endor and
Guile.
Kaya's Guile now as well.
Which they can cast right now. Okay. So we're gonna. Are we gonna need to cycle this Lorien Revealed? Because if so, we want to do it before we surveil.
Yeah. I don't think I have time to actually cast it.
Leave up. Don't tap that one. Leave up Mana Tithe while you do all of this.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'm not sure what they could cast. Yeah, no. We know 3 of their cards.
I want to get an untapped land with this.
Yeah.
It can be a duel.
Doesn't matter which one, probably not very much.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Yeah. And then I would fetch whichever surveil land that makes blue. So we have plenty of red and sure Meticulous Archive.
Any flages? Brainstorm. Probably should keep that. It just looks at way more cards, right?
Yeah, our hand's kind of bad. Yeah.
We found Remand and Lightning
Try to win the game.
Bolt. So
win the game with Lightning Bolt and Haste Aragorn.
So the question is, we know 3 of their cards, right? So I should just assume none of them are any good, right?
Guile, Flame, and Mist can hope that the last one doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
The other thing is, it's not a total like. Yeah.
I think it's just correct to do it because I also just don't want this game to drag out with them having so many cards in hand.
Yeah, it's also like and also the game's not over if this doesn't work either. Like, and because they have Kaya's Guile. Oh, could we have left up a white-red land?
Yes. Whoops. Or even a...
Just a white-red land was the answer.
Yeah, okay. This is not great for me to do, but is again not the end of the world. It's just annoying. So they have... Well, sorry, it's Kaya's Guile. Oh, but that makes me sack a creature. Okay, this is kind of bad, honestly.
Yeah.
It might be hard to find lethal now.
Yeah.
The format's been pretty fun. I don't play a lot of this type of format anymore.
It wasn't going to be great anyways to have to Mana Tithe. I mean, it would have been good, but they would have gone to 2. They would have taken the Monarch. They would have killed our Aragorn, gained 4 life, assumedly, something like that.
Yeah. Maybe they, like, just mess up somehow and give us a window to kill them.
Yeah. But Teferi can help a lot with that, potentially.
Yeah. Although it costs, how much does it cost for Aragorn now?
8.
So reprieve increments the counter, right?
We're gonna discharge this, right?
Yeah.
With the trigger on the stack.
Yep. I don't see what else this discharge would really do. So.
Yeah, it could double up on the Niv, but it's better just to answer this.
I think I want to play Teferi this turn and hope to like get lucky somehow. I'm not even sure what getting lucky looks like, but because like our hand is really not very good, honestly.
Yeah.
I think I want to bounce the wait. So Kaya's Guile, Flame of Anor, and we don't know their last card, right?
Correct.
Okay. So they can, I guess, make a 1/1 and gain 4. Clean to dust on my memory lapse.
Only drawing a card though. That's good for us. It's not gaining life.
Yeah. I think if I were them, I would be thinking about how I could get punked out.
Right, yeah, well. I mean, now we're gonna get to Mana Tide this. Yep. That's really good news. Yeah. Okay, they did pick those modes. Okay, well, now things are looking kind of okay. Do you want to bounce?
Probably don't want to bounce either of these, honestly. I think I just have to tank 11 damage. Oh, I guess Flame of Nor can kill that anyways.
Do we know our top card? We should, right?
No, we're past the Brainstorm because we drew for a turn, then drew off of...
Monarch. We had Monarch, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so what if I do give him this back? Is it that bad? Maybe that's...
Yeah, I would hope that maybe the remand... It kind of baits them into getting remanded.
Not great. Alright, okay, I guess I play Anchorage...
I think we play Anchorage, and we might want to just ending the Minskin the Boo, because then the Defiler would go after... Because we're not in a hurry to cast Bolt right now.
No. I'm only casting Bolt if it kills my opponent, I think, really.
Yeah, because we have enough mana next turn. If they, like, don't do everything right, they could get punked by Aragorn plus Bolt still.
Yep. Although the Flame of Anor releasing their Snapcaster is kind of an issue, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, they are sending 6 damage at this, and that's obviously correct.
Yeah. But like,
they're playing Flage. I'm going to remand Flage.
That also is both their red.
Yeah. So I think this might actually give us a window to kill them.
Yeah. Okay, I like that worked. It's not looking great, except we know 3 of the cards in their hand are uncastable, but doesn't do anything.
I think I should just try to kill them. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I would play Glacial Fortress first. I don't know, I want every mana I can have available to myself here. Just...
How much does it cost? 8? Okay, that's a lot. Alright.
It is if it's removal and not a counter spell, we at least get another redraw. And maybe some double burn spell action. Don't tap the red.
Yeah. So I should tap like this, probably.
Yeah. Sure, that looks fine. I don't think double red's that important. They have Cling to Dust up, by the way, so
yeah,
we'll see what they do. But they're not necessarily dead. Because is there a creature in the graveyard?
There's one creature in the graveyard, yeah.
Okay. It gets interesting if they take it.
Yeah. Whoa,
Oh.
that seems really unsafe to do. Okay.
Okay, so now put a stop. Well, okay, assuming we hit them, I'd put a stop on your own end step, right? So we
Yep.
can draw one card before we try to bolt them,
They said
just in
GG.
case it's like a spell pierce.
Why did they say GG?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because we've played like we've had burn. But let's draw the card
Yeah.
because it could be a spell pierce. I guess we already have drawn spell pierce, but it could be something.
All right. I'm not gonna hang
But
around.
obviously, don't let them pass with.
Okay. That was
I
kind
mean,
of a.
Arena of Glory really carried that game, but obviously,
I
mean,
think
I don't
our
know.
opponent.
It's like
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
not
like if.
saying they played great, but it's also like a matter of just us playing pretty tight. I think a lot of the time too.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of room to maneuver that
Yeah,
game like into a loss as well. I think if you weren't careful. I mean, I almost let them hit me and take the Monarch, so that would have been
yeah.
like absolutely awful, obviously. But yeah, Aragorn's really good. I was impressed with the arena thing. Like, obviously, I had never played with Aragorn before, and I'm just like, why does it have all those words? Is the real question.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just funny because I'm thinking about this format compared to Cube, and recently, because of Nadu, I've added Lightning Greaves to my Cube, and then
Oh,
because
sure.
of Arena of Glories is good, I've added that to my Cube. So it's really appealing to me to just like want to put Aragorn in the cube
Sure.
now because it's so powerful with haste, and it's not like it's a terrible
Right.
card without haste.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like the games are pretty fun. I mean, there were some things I did not like about that Slimefoot deck, but obviously, like I might revisit that and fix those issues. But this deck felt pretty well built. The Lightning Greaves was kind of baffling, but well, I
Yeah,
guess
I mean,
Lightning Greaves plus Aragorn is the reason it's there, right?
it looks like a format of just like aggressively slanted mid-range mirrors, which are like kind of really fun magic.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, I think my only complaint is that if the sideboarding, I'd rather just not. I'd rather just play a new match. The games,
Yeah.
obviously you're going to have the occasional best of one game where someone gets steamrolled, but like for the most part, the games look like they lend themselves to being really interactive
Mm-hmm.
and kind of grindy games to like the extent that Magic can really be nowadays.
Yep. Well,
If both
another.
players just draw like a good distribution of lands and spells, then I think you're going to have like really good games. And I think
Yeah.
because of that, and because you don't have a sideboard, I would think best of one would just be a bit more appealing to me.
I agree. The other thing about that is, yeah, it sucks to lose a BO1 game when you're in the draw and your opponent has the nuts. But I think that can just happen in a BO3 match. Whoever wins the die roll just wins game 1 and 3 because of that. It just takes a much longer time for that thing to happen. So, oh, you can also
Yeah,
commander swap. I guess
the
that's been
commander
pointed out.
swap thing is just like
I don't know.
it's like the same thing as like I know there's not commander damage in this format, but like it's just like a goofy thing that seems low upside to me, and it's the only thing that matters post board. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thalia can
yeah,
swap to Thalia. Obviously, that will matter sometimes because Thalia will be much better versus your opponent who's
yeah.
like
Or we
on
discussed
non-creature
at the start
spells.
of the stream, you could take the Yoshimaru Bruse deck and board both of those in and swap your commander to like Flage
Yeah.
or something. Um,
You could randomly choose which 5 card Niv is your
yeah.
commander between games. I'm not sure that matters very much. Like,
Can you
I
companion Gigantha in your Niv deck and then swap your commander to Gigantha? I don't think you can
I
actually.
don't know. I don't think you can, but I also have no interest in looking up that rule. Like, that rule
Can you play
seems
Luris as a commander? I wonder if that would be a good commander. You
it's
don't have to
probably
follow the companion rule when it's your commander.
right. I kind of assumed it's not legal, but maybe Lutri's banned, right?
Lutri is a fully banned card. Let's
Okay.
see. Luris is not banned.
Okay.
I mean that's just like a power. It's not companion taxed either when it's your
Yeah.
commander. Like you don't
Right.
have to follow. Say it's not that great. Yeah, I
Lurus
mean,
is legal and not that great. Interesting. I guess being forced to be Orzhov only is like a huge power like downgrade compared to like Jund or Jeskai, right?
yeah, it kind of goes. I mean, what made Yoshimaru I think look the most impressive of these decks to me is that like as I was discussing earlier, in multiplayer commander, like interacting with your opponent's commanders is pretty terrible. Like you're like going down a card, but like 2 other people in the game don't get involved in that interaction. And then like you're obviously like the games are going to be prolonged when things like that happen, and then they're just going to recast their commander. But in this format, like the serious tack to their commander, can't you companion it with partner dudes? No, Kellen, partner only works with other cards that have partner.
That makes sense. All right.
Yeah. But yeah.
All right. Well, this was fun. We should just hang out more playing Magic at some point.
I see what you mean,
Yeah.
Kellen. You mean yes, you can play like a 4-color combo with Lyris as a companion. You're right, Kellen. You can play the Friends Forever what's it called? Stranger Things commanders.
Is Rusco legal? Isn't Rusco the fake arena card?
Yeah, Rusco is not a card. Yeah, it's alchemy. You got it.
That's the one that makes midnight clocks, right? It's the Rusco the Clockmaker. Yeah, that card is super. It's actually in Marcus's cube because he printed it out and printed midnight clocks out.
Yeah, I've never gone to that with my cube, but that is fun.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm getting sleepy now. Obviously, it's 4 hours.
No worries.
Yeah, but thanks for coming. Like, obviously, I know you're busy as well.
This was fun.
Yeah, also, shout out to Jacob for helping me with Nadu last week. Obviously, I bothered him with a million questions, and it worked out. I did like override him. I played Birds of Paradise instead of Gilded Goose because I just wanted to look at my Birds of Paradise, which is.
But do you think you should have played Gilded Goose? I mean, I'm not sure. But...
I mean, like, Kellen literally had Orcish Bowmasters in his deck, so probably.
Yeah, and then also I think the big one to me is, like, the prowess decks that I've seen. They're not popular, but, like, you wouldn't want Haywire Might versus them, but you would want Infinite Life when you combo.
Yeah, I wasn't too... I didn't expect a lot of prowess in this tournament.
That's fair.
So I just wanted to play the 4th edition Chinese birds that I basically never registered.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for everything. If you want to come on at some other point, usually every other Friday is good for me, but obviously everyone's busy, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, that won't work for me in 2 Fridays from now, but we can keep it in mind in the future.
Yep. Who should we raid on the way out? Let's see who's playing Magic. We got Ginger playing Standard Otters. I don't know what the fuck that is. There's Rainy the Witch. Yeah, we'll raid Rainy.
Cool.
I haven't seen... Well, I guess I hung out with Rainy a bunch in Seattle before the Pro Tour. But Rainy's good people. Say hi to Rainy for me. And we'll see you all on maybe Monday. Not sure. Have a good one.